everybody go subscribe to Bull Light. You know what I'm saying?
4, they got Bull Light.
Let me ask you a question, Bush.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Bush, man. Back at it. Happy 4th, even though 4th of July is tomorrow. Oh, man, we at it, celebrating. And still doing what we do, man. You know what it is. Anyway, we're going to talk on some things today. Bush got time. My girl went to the beach. They chilling. I said, man, I'm a parlay. I'm going to chill at the crib, man. Somebody said already, stay out the heat. You already know, man. Anyway, let's get into it, man. First topic, LeBron James. A lot of people mad. A lot of people feel like he was done wrong over there at the Lakers. So he decided to bounce. You know me, I ain't the big sports dude, but a couple people told me to tap in on this. So I'm going to go ahead and do some little reacting to it. LeBron James, man, it seemed tight, though. I got this one video. It seemed like he was kind of pissed off about the whole situation, or maybe not. Maybe he feel like they did him wrong over there at the Lakers. But we'll check it out and see what's up. Let's get into it. Is that a song he trying to play to send a message? They got a problem on their hands. Lakers got a problem because he going over there with Steph Curry at the Warriors. He's sending a message like that. You hear the song? Sometimes, you know, that's what we do. We play a song and do a little video and hope somebody get the message. What that mean? He showed the car empty. These are subliminals he's sending. You feel me? He's a subliminal guy like Drake and them dudes. Car empty. He rolling. Solo Bolo, billionaire, rolling dolo, straight to Golden State. Salute my bro, Mal Mizak. If you're free, you could tap in. Shit, let me know. I'm just doing some regular bull talk. You already know, Bush talk. He definitely feel away. He's sending subliminals. You could tell of the videos he doing. You know, he feel away, man. I don't know that much about it to tell you if he got the right to or not. But we're going to get into some content. They're going to get into that. But I could tell he's sending somebody a message. I love it. I think Bron, an old nigga like me, an old dude that, you know, can't let go of the trap music, of the you know what I mean, the young boy stuff. I shouldn't say that because it sounds like he listening to Jeezy, but I like that old dude that, you know, still in tune with, you know, the hip hop. I shot you that link. Look how they watching homie though. They watching him. It's a big thing. A lot of people talking about he leaving the Lakers. Hey, New York Knicks got it right now, so I don't even think people tripping.
In today's game, Steph Curry.
Yeah, that's the one.
Steph Curry's the one that I want to play with for sure.
LeBron to the Warriors. What people saying though? We're gonna get into this next clip that I got. I think he's feeling the way and he's sending subliminal.
It's a big day.
That's just me.
I don't know how.
Stephen Anthony, he might.
Stephen A. Smith Show.
Stephen A. Smith, but we'll see. See, the thing about YouTube now is they can hit you with the copyright, and all you gotta do is press one button and get that thing out the video. So I ain't tripping.
Made his own decision. It wasn't forced upon him.
That mean he ain't have to leave. They saying he ain't have to leave. It wasn't forced upon him. You know, he rich as hell and powerful, so he wasn't. He probably felt like he wasn't treated well over there. Something happened.
Has come to an end. Welcome to the latest edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show, coming at you as I love to do every weekday from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over the airwaves of Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. Number to call is according to Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul, as told to Shams Charania of ESPN. So it is over. LeBron James, who's returning for an unprecedented 24th NBA season, informing the Los Angeles Lakers he is not coming back.
That's another thing. Man, boy, kind of old. Is he not getting that OG treatment at the Lakers that he deserved? I don't know. But let's go.
And as a result, we have a lot of things to contemplate on today's show. Number one, what does that mean for LeBron's career, for LeBron's legacy? Number two, what does it mean for the Los Angeles Lakers and where they're going to go from here? Those things are relevant. It also means that you have to entertain what LeBron James is going to do next. He turns 42 years of age in December. Saw his record streak of 21 consecutive All-NBA selections end last season after appearing in 60 games. He missed the first month of the season because of sciatica affecting his lower back and his right leg, if you remember that, because I'm here to tell you.
I don't know how to say it. Sciatica. You nigga said sciatica. That sounds like some medicine, some medication. Sciatica.
That's the only reason he didn't make an All-NBA team, because otherwise he would have made an All-NBA team with the kind of season he had. Despite the injury, he remained an All-Star, averaging 20 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, shooting 51.5% from the field, relegated to a third option in favor of Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves being.
He said they need him, but they lost, so they need something more than him. Look like Lakers gonna fall to be one of them low-level squads.
Primary targets for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron did what he does and found a way to be effective, if not great, to be quite honest with you. In the postseason, he was even better. Increased his minutes from 33 to 38 minutes per game, averaged 23, 7, and 6. Helped lead the Lakers to a first-round series playoff victory over the Houston Rockets. While Luka Doncic was sidelined with a hamstring injury, they ultimately were swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder, but we all know that the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reigning defending NBA champions at the time, was a superior team. So there's no shame in that at all. In the end, in L.A., he was a champion. He was an 8-time All-Star. He was first-team All-NBA the 2019-2020 season, made the playoffs 6 of 8 years. He did his job. Say what you want. He did his job.
And I don't know. I guess it's the love of the game because he rich as hell. He could go somewhere and retire, but he want to keep going. Is that going to damage his legacy? I don't know. You feel me? Because if you go out looking crazy,
you know, We want to look at it and want to compare. He doesn't compare to Kobe, he doesn't compare to Shaq and people like that because you know what? Vast majority of his career wasn't spent there. But the bottom line is to come there in the aftermath of Kobe's departure and to do what he did. You understand? He elevated the Lakers to relevancy again and walked away with a chip. And a lot of people are going to look at it and they're going to sit up there and talk about the bubble, the championship in the bubble. I don't want to hear that. You understand? There's a lot to be said about having to go to Orlando in that bubble during COVID-19 pandemic. All right. A once in a century situation that presents itself. And
I don't think my Lakers fan like this at all. I think bro a Lakers fan. Mal Mack, I know you ain't liking this. Y'all ain't got a chance now.
to get his team to be focused and dedicated and committed to being in the bubble, staying in the bubble, and doing what he did. There's a lot to be said for that. And in the end, there's no way around it. 8 All-Star selections and 7 All-NBA selections in 8 seasons. Finished in the top 10 in MVP voting 3 times. This is all while in L.A. During his 8.
You a diehard, I already know. Ugly for y'all. I don't think Snoop like this either.
8 seasons in L.A., had 7th best regular season record in the NBA, won 56% of his games, and the 9th most postseason wins. And in 8 seasons with the Lakers overall, he averaged 25.9 points per game on 51% shooting, 36% from 3, 7.7 rebounds, 7.9 assists. And listen, I'm here to tell you right now, if you think that the Lakers are going to be better off without him, you're smoking something.
Who would think something like that, man? Like the dude said, what'd he say? He said, he's still good, but he's not great anymore. He's still good. He's not like a lame player, but the nigga's old and maybe they violated him. That's why he left the Lakers. Maybe they treated him wrong in L.A. He says, fuck y'all, I'm out here now. Watch this. Because you know when you got some fire in you over some bullshit or whatever, if you mad about something, it put some fire in your ass, pause, he might come back and be great again. I ain't going to hold you. He might fuck around and take Warriors to that next level. Who knows, man? This is crazy, though.
I believe this is a devastating blow for the Los Angeles Lakers. Because LeBron James, at the age of 41, approaching 42, I will remind y'all, 13 years older than Austin Reeves, 14 years older than Luka Doncic. It was LeBron James who was healthy for the playoffs. It was LeBron James who was there for the entirety of the first round series against the Houston Rockets. It was Austin Reeves who missed a couple of games because obviously he had the oblique injury. It was Luka Doncic who wasn't available for the entire postseason because of his hamstring injury. It was LeBron James whose durability you could rely upon.
Yeah.
If we're going to be honest and fair, let's keep it a buck now. And because of his basketball acumen, his greatness as a basketball player, you found yourself in a situation knowing that if he had all of his horses, who knows what could have happened. Now, do I believe they would have beat Oklahoma City? Hell no. But the fact of the matter is it would have been far more competitive, one would argue, because the man knows how to play. Keep in mind, as he articulated a few months ago,
he's a master.
He had never been anything but a number 1 option his entire life. And this season, he was asked to be a number 3 option and adjusted and did it differently. At times, the man played center. At times, he was your point forward, a la your point guard. At times, he was a 3rd option. At times, he was a 2nd option. At times, he was a number 1 option, depending on the health of other people because they weren't available, but he was. I think this is a devastating loss for the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's definitely not something they should be happy about. Thing is, he left them too. And I think this dude, Stephen A., is a definitely Lakers fan. He hurt too.
And Luka Doncic, as great as he is, and Austin Reeves, as much as he's improved, and the both of them deserving their bag because they do deserve their bag, they can't stop a cold defensively. So you're the Los Angeles Lakers. What are you going to have? And I don't think this is a situation where LeBron James departed from the Los Angeles Lakers just because of money. He understands he's approaching 42 years of age. He understands the cap.
You know what he getting at? He said it ain't about money. You know what he getting at. There was some violation going on, man. It was violating the OG. He don't like it. He said, I ain't with this. Y'all ain't respecting the OGs. You know LeBron James a hip-hop baby, too.
Constraints that come with everything. He understands what it requires. I think the difference is along the way, somehow, some way, for whatever reason, he felt somewhat disrespected. Now, how accurate that is, I'm in no position to say. I can only tell you what I've been told. He felt somewhat disrespected.
And I ain't watched this.
Where there was a lack of appreciation for what he brought to the table. And the quickness with which they transitioned to the Luka era. Although it makes sense because he's a superstar basketball player in the NBA with global iconic appeal who can give you 35 a night anytime he wants.
Anytime he wants.
The fact is that he's a defensive liability. And on top of that, even though LeBron James totally understands it being the Luka era, the quickness with which it transpired and the dismissiveness associated with him because of it can be a turnoff. And it can encourage you to move elsewhere.
Especially if you're rich.
To have your attitude and just take your ball and go someplace else. And Lord help everybody. And I mean everybody.
See, he talking about that fire that LeBron gonna have now. Because once you leave with a little, you know, like I said, it's gonna be extra motivation to crush some shit. Uh-oh. Knicks ain't worried though, but it's all gravy.
If LeBron James joined Steph Curry in Golden State, you see, the Lakers are not just one of the top two most storied franchises in basketball annals.
I thought he was, but maybe he not, and that's a rumor. Maybe we don't know what he's doing. Maybe he gonna retire. We don't really know. Or do we? Mal Mac, do we know? Because I don't know nothing, but I thought word was I thought he's going to the Warriors. Am I tripping?
The Lakers are box office. The purple and gold matters. Games at crypto.com arena are special. There's a different flair, it's a different flavor. No matter what you see from the clip.
Damn, you a diehard, but you ain't got no damn faith in your squad. You said we're gonna suck for 15 years. Damn. See, they might have a vengeance and something in their heart too, though. You feel me? So they might actually have some fire too when he leaves.
Clippers. And I love the Clippers organization. I know a lot of people were there. It's like a high school environment compared to the Los Angeles Lakers. The stars come out for the Lakers.
Who the fuck up? Control them.
But let me tell you where all of that's going to change. They'll still come out to see Luka. They'll still come out and be Lakers.
Appreciate you, homie. You already know, it's a long road. I'm in college still, you feel me? I'm trying to get the master's degree and deliver y'all the best content we could do. But appreciate you. I hope you still subscribe and appreciate you tapping in. I mean, you one of the OGs, so you know where all this shit come from. Salute to you, homie. For real, for real.
But I'm here to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, LeBron and Steph Curry together in Golden State, if that happens, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Beatles and the Heatles all over again. The Beatles, as in the Beatles music group in the 60s, the Heatles with the Miami Heat with LeBron, D. Wade, Bosh, and the crew when they were in Miami.
Find out what's going on with him. Is he just on the loose as a goose right now? Is he going to Warriors? I gotta look that up. Y'all know I ain't the big sports dude.
This is that. I will remind you that the great Steph Curry, the babyface assassin, the greatest shooter God has ever created, that dude is still a superstar in this game. Steph Curry, 38 years old. He looked 28. I mean, that might be pushing it.
We talking about these dudes, but man, what you say, Mal Matt? Oh, you a Knicks fan now? Fuck out of here. I feel the bandwagon. Hey, we looking at Knicks. Everybody looking at the Knicks, man. These dudes are legends, but they don't got the squad to hold them down. Knicks, they got some type of unity, but we ain't gonna go into that. I don't want to piss nobody off.
His conditioning is exceptional. His marksmanship is unparalleled. Oh, by the way, he's a 4-time champion. You're going to have people sitting up there talking about LeBron James' legacy over there. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Times have changed. In the end, he's a basketball player. And I can't knock LeBron James for wanting to leave the Los Angeles Lakers if indeed you feel like you were just shoved to the side like you were nobody. If your importance was diminished and flagrantly dissipated just because somebody new arrived in the house.
Who knew? I wish.
If you know what you bring to the table and it's still of star quality, just because another star comes doesn't mean you get to sit up there and wave him off like he was nothing. I'm not saying the Lakers did that. I'm saying, based on all the noise we've been hearing, it was certainly perceived as being that way by LeBron James and his camp. You've
been hearing noise. Why don't you let us know some of that shit you've been hearing there? Let us privy to some of the shit you know, because I know you know some shit. No, this nigga knows something. Oh, he was paused all that time? He wanted to sink in.
And I got to tell you something right now. When you're as great as he has been, you deserve better than that if that is true. I'm going to always give Jeannie Buss the benefit of the doubt. I think she's wonderful. I love that woman. She's been on this a guest on this show on a couple of occasions, and she'll be back on soon. But I'm just telling you, if I don't know all the details, but I'm telling you right now, when Rich Paul sits up there and says he just wants to be happy, I believe it ain't just about the money. The man's worth over $1 billion.
Over $1 billion. But you know, once they get into that money realm, they get greedier and greedier. So it could be about the money. I ain't gonna lie. Mal Max sellout ass talk about Golden Knicks. You gonna lead the Lakers like that? No, Meso don't like that.
Got a mid-level exception that's available with Draymond Green opting out of his deal that puts the Golden State Warriors in a position to give him $15 million. LeBron knows he's not getting $50 million. He knows the cap constraints of most of the league. Me personally.
So what's a nigga like LeBron getting now? Legend. He older. I don't know what they tried to offer him.
I think his best shot at a championship is going back to Cleveland. That's where I think his best shot at a championship is.
One could take him back to Cleveland.
Argue Miami too with Bam and Giannis and Portis, but they got to build a roster. He go to Cleveland without Cleveland having to give up any of its assets. I think they're the automatic favorites in the Eastern Conference. And that's the one place in the NBA where he's deified. They probably ain't going to hang a statue for LeBron James in Miami. That's
LeBron don't want to go to no damn Cleveland. He want to stay on that west side. He don't want to go to that. No, he does not want to go there. You got to remember, he rich as hell and famous. Where could he party at in Cleveland?
Wade County. Even though LeBron would deserve it. They're certainly not going to hang a statue for LeBron in L.A. Even though one could argue he deserves it, because if you held a statue for Oscar De La Hoya in boxing, why not LeBron? But Cleveland, he's the closest thing to God in that part of the country. And they would welcome him back with open arms. How about star-studded affair? He's LeBron James. But if that brother decides to stay out west, to leave his family.
Max said, fuck it, I'm going with the winners. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I don't take this shit so serious either. Shit. Nigga, you winning? If it's sports, I might be rocking with you. I don't take this shit so serious. You got these fans that's real diehard. You seen these Knicks people out here, man, they was busting people's head open, and we won. They beating up people. That's crazy.
In California, and negotiates a deal with Joe Lacob and Steve Kerr.
See, that sound more like it. Miami, You smell me? Because like I said, LeBron obviously liked to party. He liked to be outside. He liked that scene. He ain't fucking with none of these raggedy ass towns and cities. I'm sorry. He likes some fly shit.
Those boys where, you know what, he's home on all the off days, or he can fly home after gigs. Only a 45-minute flight now. I mean, that's about how long it takes him to get from crypto.com arena back to his crib.
But you're right, though. That's a good point. Nigga got private jets. He moving and grooving wherever the hell he want. The world is, real small to a nigga like that. Earth is just turf.
With LA traffic, I mean, he pulled this off. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James joins Steph Curry. God help him if they keep Draymond Green and get Anthony Davis too. Lord have mercy. It's can't miss television. It's can't miss. It's box office. And LeBron and Steph to play together.
What y'all think? If LeBron, if he do go to Golden State, y'all think he got a shot, man? Y'all think they got a shot, Golden State? Ain't nobody even worried about none of them teams.
Just don't know what to say.
Because with New York, we seen magic this year, so we ain't tripping on how good nobody is. We see if you ain't got the magic, it ain't happening.
I just don't know what to say. 888 Mad Dog 6, 888-623-3646. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio. It's a big day. I don't know how big of a day it is for the Los Angeles Lakers. I can tell you that. I don't know. I really, really don't know.
But homie said, nah, they ain't going to have a shot even if he do go there. Steph Curry and LeBron? You serious? Steph Curry and LeBron? I don't know.
But we shall find out. That's the deal.
But he did. I believe him, and I think he know because he on the inside. He knows some shit. He know they start violating LeBron. He an old nigga. They don't respect old niggas, man. They don't. LeBron's still a good player, but some things went down over there. He ain't like they was talking to him crazy. They did something crazy. Things changed. He ain't that top nigga no more or something, and he wasn't smelling it. He wasn't feeling it, so he pushed off. And hopefully one day we find out what happened in this little documentary or whatever when he retired. He gonna talk about some old white boy that told him something crazy and made him mad or something. Oh, they changed my locker to this. Now all of a sudden I'm coming in there, I'm getting treated like this. When I was like this, now they treat me. So you see how we do, they're gonna be explaining, it's gonna be crazy, emotional music, all that. And then he's gonna get into why. No, I don't stop. Him and Drake.
Los Angeles right now. Look, Luka's a bad brother. Bad isn't good. He is special. Offensively. He has nothing to write home about defensively.
He need a squad though. And them New York boys, they all both. I feel like they offense and defense, the way they was playing, they going like animals out this bitch.
Neither is Austin Reeves. And the combination of those two being the cornerstones of the franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, I got news for you. They're not scaring anybody. Right now, if I had to look at the Lakers as presently constructed, they're a playoff team as an 8th seed.
LeBron left automatically like that. They get shot down to the lowest of the totem pole. Wowzer.
You ain't coming for OKC or San Antonio or Houston or Denver or Minnesota. You're not coming before any of those teams. You're not coming before any of those teams.
Hey, if he do go to Cleveland, I wouldn't be mad at him either, to tell you the truth. But I just feel like he's not going to go there. But he might even have a chance. Like, I just feel like he's not going back there, though. That's all.
And then when you take into account some other teams in the West, the Phoenix Suns of the world, I'm not going to ignore them. Utah's on the come up. Darren Peterson is believed to be somebody that's going to be special. We'll see. We shall see. There's a host of teams to look at. All right. Cooper Flagg still in Dallas. They got a new coach. He just drafted that kid Johnson out of Michigan.
So the word is now he left Lakers. That's all we know. We don't know where he at. Am I right? Damn, we don't know where he going. We don't even know if he actually retiring or not. Maybe I'm wrong or whatever, but let me know.
Kyrie coming back. Clay and PJ still there unless they get traded to LA Clippers for Kawhi, who, by the way, probably wants to go back to Toronto, and if he's not going to stay with the Clippers. There's a lot of things to think about out west. You the Los Angeles Lakers, where you looking at them as? Where you looking at them as? Inquiring minds want to know. But I'm going to tell you this about LeBron James. And I'm going to say this plain as day. You can't frown upon him departing from LA. You're a superstar in this league, getting paid $50 million. Luka comes in. They immediately hand him the franchise, which is no crime there. He feels dismissed. And
if it's just because of that, then you was acting like a BI. I ain't going to lie. But if somebody violated, they talking to you crazy and they not respecting the OG status that's going on, then you got the right to leave. But if you just start feeling the way because the young boy came in there and stunting and shining like you was when you was young, and instead of mentoring him and coming up with him, you want to get mad and leave. If that's the case, then use a easy. That's the same situation like, never mind, I ain't even going to get into that. But yeah, if that's the case, use a easy. But I don't know if that's the case. I think they was violating the OG, man. They was talking to him crazy, man. It's got to be.
Disrespected to some degree. Then you ask him to be a third option, deferring to Austin Reeves. And then after you do all of that, you're talking about him taking anywhere from a $30 to a $40 million pay cut. I mean, listen, we can't just look at somebody and say, oh, they're a mercenary and they're just going to the highest bid. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. Y'all got to remember, the Chicago Bulls underpaid Jordan for years. And in the last 2 years of his career in Chicago, he got 30 and 33 million respectively. And when that happened, you even had
Jordan, he kept it humble. He knew, I think Jordan was more business minded. He knew if he wasn't worth it, he wasn't going to get it. So, but like I said, we don't know why LeBron left over there, but he got every right to it because he could do what the fuck he wanted. He a grown man, he a rich ass grown man. But if you left because of the young nigga was shining too much, then like I said,
had people around the league like Pat Riley and others saying that, you know what, it should be entertained, that every team should chip in to pay Michael Jordan, and that cap constraints shouldn't apply to him because he's meant so much to the financial backbone of the league. Everybody should play a role in paying Michael Jordan because he helped get everybody paid. Now, did LeBron do that? No.
Okay, we're going to hear what LeBron did, but that's a good point. I never thought of with Jordan. Jordan stood up for that bread. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. But LeBron is a legend, especially to the Lakers franchise. He should be treated respectfully. And, maybe he ain't win no ring with Lakers yet, did he? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's keep it pushing. But they already know he's a legend for the points he put up every game or whatever else, so.
But he's done an awful lot for the league. He's done an awful lot for the league. He's been a basketball ambassador for the league. This is what he's pulled off. Respect that man.
Yeah, I think homie right though. That's the move he gonna make. I would guess. We'll see though.
Respect that man.
He might be going to Miami. Going to Miami. No, you got a couple of them out there. Thick, bad ones.
I look at the Los Angeles Lakers right now. Don't tell me they're going to be better without him. That's a damn lie. Lakers in trouble. This is not a loss I believe they could have afforded to have. Not that you were going to go but so far with the same team you departed from this season, but I don't believe you're better without LeBron James.
Nobody believes that. All right, get past that point. Nobody believe that.
I do not believe that. I don't believe that at all.
Who the fuck would believe that? Stupid.
And I think the Lakers are going to find that out. So now the interesting part is this. Where's LeBron going to go? Is it going to be back to Cleveland? Is it going to be back to Miami?
I'm going to go with the homie, Mad Judah. I'm going to say Miami. I ain't going to lie. I think he's going to Miami, man.
Is it going to be the Golden State? Ladies and gentlemen, if that man goes to the Golden State Warriors, I don't think you'll realize what that's going to mean. AAA Mad Dog 6 is 888-623-3646. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'd want to see him on national TV every week. LeBron with Steph.
But if LeBron really about that winning, he going to make that sacrifice and pull up wherever he got to pull up and do what he got to do for that thing. You know what I mean? So who knows if he really obsessed with, getting that thing, because he seen what happened out here in New York. He probably, that put some fire on them too. He probably left. We don't know why he left. He probably left because he's strategizing some other way to get the ring because he realized he ain't getting it over there. Who knows? We just speculating. He could have been either disrespected, it could have been some money thing, or it could have been his smart ass strategizing and going to get that ring. Who knows? But or making his way to, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that either. Let me shut up.
With the Golden State Warriors having two playmakers with LeBron and Draymond, because let me tell you something right now. Draymond can't really shoot. He can do everything else. And there is no better setup artist for Steph Curry than Draymond Green. That brother knows how to get people to basketball. His playmaking ability is vastly underappreciated. I know we know it exists, but we don't appreciate Draymond Green's playmaking ability like we should. The big moments, the big plays, it's what he lives for.
Oh, yeah. He one of the ones that's going to get it to you and get that turnover, and now you got to be ready because I'll be seeing him. He be moving. He going to make a play for you real quick.
And you got to give respect where respect is due in that regard. And if they get Anthony Davis and Draymond Green gets help defending some of the bigger boys, well, you got the core that you need.
I just feel like the homie said, he said them younger Wolves, them young dudes this year, they're gonna be something else because they seen what happened in New York. They see what's going on with the Spurs. With the Spurs and all that. These young boys are stepping up and they stepping out, and they don't get, you know what I mean? Ain't no more of that mentality of rookie, because I know why these young boys are stepping out like that. Because back in the day, you heard the story of Charles Oakley and these niggas bullying them kids and beating them up and treating them, messing up their whole self-esteem. How you expect them to get out there and play? You feel me? But nowadays you ain't doing that. The YNs ain't having it. They ain't going. And so now you're gonna see the YNs acting out. And I think this championship and these young boys, man, they motivated them other dudes. They sitting there watching like, fuck that, I'm about to stunt too. It's time to stunt, step out. So I think we're gonna see a lot more from the rookies and the younger cats too. That's just my guess. Man,
you just need role players after that. With Steve Kerr's coaching acumen, oh my Lord, boy, I hope all of this is so LeBron James can go to Golden State. I'm not gonna lie. LeBron with Steph, Lord have mercy. I mean, when we talk about LeBron being happier, listen.
He's advocating for that though. I think he just wishful thinking. Is Golden State his team? Can a sportscaster have a team? I don't know.
Going home to Cleveland, that'll make him happy because he's beloved. All right? He passes gas, they'll call it perfume. He can do no wrong there. I get that part. But from a basketball standpoint, to go to Golden State with Steph Curry, how could it be more enjoyable than that?
This is getting too close to sound like some payola shit to me. I ain't gonna hold you. He advocating for that. It sounds like he talking to LeBron. Hold up. I got somebody talking about, oh, I know what's going on and why LeBron left. He's some dude, probably famous, I don't know. But he was speaking, and I wanted to hear what he had to say, man. He said he know what, oh yeah, Rich Paul. Hold up.
Going back to the Lakers, can you take us behind the curtain here? How did this happen?
Them white boys dramatic as hell. They know how to talk. As I tell B-Rad, you gotta get on. Look at how they dramatic. You hear? Yeah. Boy telling a story and he ain't even telling it. He asking a question. But yeah, he said, we'll see what he say, or this might be clickbait. I don't know. You know, I don't watch nothing. There's live reactions.
Happen.
Well, Max, I think, when LeBron's up for these type of decisions, we normally sit down and we talk about best fit. Obviously, he's always been a max player, so that's always been the team had to have max cap space, so on and so. And we haven't been here much, right? But for this particular time, Max, it was a lot different. And I asked him, I said, listen, this is going into year 24. You don't owe anybody anything, right?
This must be his manager or business partner or some shit like that.
You've accomplished more than any player has ever accomplished.
Young, rich-ass nigga.
You got every record, all the stuff. Let's find one foundational thing to build off of. And if I asked you that, what would it be? I don't need to answer now, but let's just try to find that. And so he said, okay, fine. Took a day or so, and he called me back. He said, okay, man, you know what? I just want to have complete happiness. And I said, great, let's start there. And then we talked about, what does that actually mean? Because, it could go either way. Happiness is, it's not like you're getting a box of chocolates on Valentine's.
That ring is happiness to him.
Day, like, what do you describe it as such? And so as we're going through it, we got to a place where happiness. Okay, so if it's about happiness, then it can't be about money. If it's about happiness, because if it's the most money, then it's not necessarily the most happiness, etc.
Exactly.
So we kind of got there, and so
where
we landed was, this is not about money. Obviously, I don't want to play for $1, but at the same time, I'm not basing this on the premise of finance.
Usually you hear somebody in his position talk for a black athlete, it usually be a white guy. I'm not racist, but it's the facts. So I respect that, you feel me? And this dude is obviously a young, smart, young dude and rich as hell.
And this will be based on whatever I choose to do, when I choose to do it, how I want to do it. I said, okay, great. And I said, okay, so where are you right now? Give me understanding of where you at. And he's like, well, here's where I'm at. Here's where I am. I said, well, where are you at in terms of returning right here, where we at? And he said, 80%.
So 80% he's going to return to the Lakers when you had this first conversation. How long ago was this?
First conversation. This was weeks ago. I mean,
So several weeks ago, he's 80% likely to return.
Several weeks ago. Yeah. And then as the time went on, he thought about things more. It kind of went down and down and down.
So
50%.
you're checking.
I want to know the details of why, but he ain't gonna get into that because he a smart rich nigga. But damn,
Game. He's like, now I'm down to 60% or whatever it is, returning to the Lakers or whatever that percentage.
Yeah. And once he got to a place to where he said, listen, man, I understand where things are and I get it. I know that's where I could probably make the most money. But, for me, where I'm at today, it's probably not the best thing for me to do. I probably would just go away from that. So I said, are you 100% sure? And he said, yes, I'm 100% sure that that's not a place I would want to return.
So in the meantime, you're calling him. I'm 80% likely to go. A couple days later, you're checking in. The percentage has gone down, in other words, and every call, the percentage keeps going down until he's like, I'm 100% out.
Yeah, and I double and triple check, like, are you sure, so on and so forth. And
what
and
changed?
He said, yeah,
it doesn't
he said,
seem like, so if he's 80% likely to, so how does his happiness affect it? He's already aware of all the circumstances.
I don't know.
Of course you wouldn't understand.
I don't know, Max. That's a good question. And I didn't, when these type of things take place, I didn't want to dive in it too much.
Let him do what he wants.
And when you talk about the happiness of it all versus the team, that can get a little convoluted there. So I didn't want to. I'm just like, okay, I just want to know.
Because the problem is, it ain't for you to understand. How does his happiness get affected? You're not in his shoes. You can't live his life. Why you want to understand how it get affected? He's just telling you it get affected, and this is things to do to change it. But y'all, that's why you see homie Wise, though. He know how to speak about it. How does his happiness? What, nigga? Don't worry about how nobody could explain that.
If I have to set the table, and this is one of the teams that's out, that are actually in, and then now they're out. Well, there's two parts that come to this. I also have to place the call because that team has to have an understanding of it, and they have to go on and do their business as well. So the one thing we definitely wanted to do was be conscious of that and be respectful to the organization.
So
in
you
that
called
manner.
Pelinka?
So Rob and I, we talked. The first day that they can talk to their own player, I talked to him and JJ. We talked. And we've had cordial conversations throughout, and I know there were stuff, there were public talks about us supposed to be meeting and things like that, and we were trying to figure out what that looks like and get things aligned. And it just got to a place to where Brian was like, there doesn't really need to be a meeting.
Did they make an offer? Did the Lakers extend an offer?
There didn't need to be one. There wasn't a place to where we needed. They wanted to bring them back, obviously, but
it wasn't about money, man.
But there didn't need to be one, and I didn't want to waste anyone's time.
It wasn't about money. That's what that means. They probably offered him the bag. Obviously, they had to offer him the bag because the points he put up still, he's a big asset to the squad. For some reason, he bounced. But anyway, salute to him. Whatever he do, wish him success in it as he move and groove. All that little personal beef with Drake and all the little weird stuff, it get funny. But salute to that man. That's a cold fact. Hold on, should I watch a little of this? Nah, we're gonna keep it pushing. Next topic: academics. Charlemagne. I guess academics got some things on Charlemagne in the latest developments. So we're going to react to that. I didn't see it, live reactions. But I know he was pissed off, and they said he was going down. They said Rock Nation, everybody working in cahoots, and they taking him out. They said it's over for him. But this latest little jump off that he put out, people saying, he back on top with this shit. I don't know, but let's see. Let's watch it, though.
While watching this really interesting thing that I think I've been so transparent to y'all about, telling y'all what's going on. I mean, even up to last stream, I'm saying, yo, some of this stuff not making sense. Why is somebody I look up to on the battlefield? I know who the ops are. Why the ops ain't here? What's going on? A birdie told me, a little birdie told me today. Actually, I'll be very blunt. We got a chat nigga over there at Rock Nation. A little birdie, a little mole.
He said, I got a rat in Rock Nation. That's going to shake everything up. See, he know what he's doing. He like, fuck it, I'm going to just say this too. I got a rat in Rock Nation. So now everybody looking at everybody like, you the man, because it get ugly like this. These dudes ain't prepared.
Call me up. He said, act.
Influence, when it gets to the level of Drake and Jay-Z, then there's a lot of money plays being played. So yeah, I'm sure some dirty things going on in this thing.
Why are you so stubborn? Why are you so hard-headed, bro? I said, what are you talking about? He said, do you got to throw Charlemagne the God's Rock?
Yo, you heard his voice squeak when he said his name. He said Charlemagne. He's scared of him.
Called me up. He said, Act, why are you so stubborn? Why are you so hard-headed, bro? I said, what are you talking about? He said, do you got to throw Charlemagne the God's Rock Nation badge up on the screen for you to believe it, nigga? I'm like,
boy,
badge?
squeaky.
Like, what? Like, badge? Like, what you mean a badge? Like, bro, how many times you got to see him rock the hat? Nigga, he be coming up to the office all the time. I'm like, man, stop.
Y'all was besties. The title of this is like, I think he say, Charlemagne, you broke my heart, on some mob shit. That means it's over for you. Kiss him on the cheek, Michael Corleone.
Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. You heard him. He said he called me to look out for me. If that wasn't the intention, that's what we call a Trojan horse, right? You know the whole story where I think it was like, they sent a gift. It was the horse, but it had the soldiers in the horse. They took the gift like, oh, great. They didn't look inside the horse. Of course, they waited till nighttime. Everybody jumps out the horse.
All right, nigga, you're doing too much, my nigga.
You're getting paid for campaigns. And I told y'all like about 2 streams ago, I'm like, the inconsistent thing
he
about
was getting paid. So does he have receipts? They saying Charlemagne was getting paid for one of those Democratic campaigns, you know what I mean? And things he was doing, which is not cool. You should run campaigns because you believe in somebody. You shouldn't get a bag for running a campaign. And I think it's against the law. So this shit is turning into like a telling each other festival. Hey, it is what it ain't.
Oh, this quote unquote warning he gave me or was trying to give me is that every time he was trying to give me a warning, it jumped to something else. Hey, I'm just warning you because people around you are stealing from you. Huh? Well, I don't believe that. Oh, well, I'm just warning you because people are taking money from politics and they're spreading propaganda. What? We don't do
trying to shake him up. The same tactic he used when he in the beginning of this video when he said, yeah, I got a snake up in Rock Nation. I got a worker in Rock Nation. You shake people, you shake the organization up. Now everybody on their toes looking, and you feel me?
Stuff in politics. Bro, I'm just warning you because, like, yo, you see your man's over there? It's moving. The last iteration of this is, bro, I'm just warning you because, look, Wall Street Journal is talking about Polymarket. I've never worked with Polymarket. Just warning you. Yo, they just served your man in Australia. Now, I think I've been open and honest. And I think that's what's always going to be, I always said, like, my friend's always going to be my downfall. It's never an enemy.
My friends. Yeah. They got feelings for each other. They friends.
But that's why I think Rock Nation try to use a friend. Or someone I think is a friend.
He just said, still say a friend I think is a friend. He's still trying to send subliminals. You smell me? I think he's still wants to be cool with Charlemagne for whatever reasons, because maybe how powerful he is or whatever else, but he's trying to send subliminals like he's a friend, this and that. But let's keep it pushing though.
I repeatedly questioned Charlemagne what he was trying to even warn me about or what he was trying to say or who he was trying to warn me for. Are you trying to say because I'm cool with Drake? Are you trying to say because I got a OVO chain? Or are you trying to say because I'm cool with Grant? Are you trying to say because, like...
He's trying to say somebody figured out all the chains and all of those, gambling stuff or whatever y'all was doing. There was some foul play behind it. And he's telling you, watch out, because they know about it. That's what he's trying to say. Some foul play. I knew something was fishy about them chains and all that, but this is allegedly, but I'm just saying, something ain't right about that, man.
We rock with Steak. What is it? Couldn't get a definitive answer for nothing. Who is it? Couldn't get a definitive answer for anything. I stop him in his tracks. I said, I know where this is coming from. It's Rock Nation. You know what he says to me on the phone? Ack, why would you think that Jay-Z would even think about you? Like, he's too high up. He don't think about you. He don't.
Yeah, all right. Once the Drake situation happened and Drake dissed Jay-Z, boom, academics are involved. Because you are one of the top media dudes and you are biased as hell with Drake. You know what I mean? You rock with Drake. So, yeah. It's time to start doing some digging, pause. And that's what happens. That's what's happening now.
Think about Drake. He's too high up in the sky. He don't care about nothing. A week later, I see Jay-Z on stage. He's rapping about everything Charlamagne told me in the conversation. Odd. Charlamagne tells me, yo, man, Roc Nation would have no problems with you. I said, really? So now I'm like, this is like gaslighting. I'm like, maybe I'm just making this shit up. So Bob, stop bringing up some actual proof. Hey, you know, I did an 8-hour deposition. They're typing in the background. The lawyer saying, send this to Desiree, like da-da-da. Charlamagne does me one better. Remember, my downfall will always be my friends, never an enemy. Charlamagne says, Ack.
I ain't never heard him be that nice to somebody who's supposedly, you know, out to get him. He be extra violating. He's still trying to keep it cool. I think he's a little intimidated by the power of Roc Nation and them dudes. I think so. It looked like it to me.
Get you on the phone with them. Would you do it? I said, if you do it, of course. You're my mans. You're my media idol. He said, I'm going to call up there. He said, you know, I'm going to bring this to the extreme top. I said, what you mean? He said, even if I got to talk to Jay, I'm pretty sure Jay don't know nothing about what's going on. But if I got to talk to Jay, I'm going to talk to Jay. First thing I'm thinking, like, damn, he could call Jay. All right, whatever, cool. I'm like, maybe I'm still like a little nuts. You know how Drake said in that song about J. Cole? He ain't called me back. Still waiting on the call back. He had said Monday. It's been like 3 Mondays after. It's okay. But anyway, as the twists and turns are happening, and now they're talking about Poly marketing, Aiden Ross, and now, you know, I think they're kind of lessening off of the Drake stuff, but then they throw his name in there sometimes, like, well, Drake rapped about Poly market. I'm like, a lot of this is surrounding, like, gambling. I thought
it's funny how you so stupid all of a sudden, because usually you smart as hell. And you brag about how smart you are.
Oh, that was hypocritical. I remember Charlamagne, who was advocating for Jay-Z to get a casino in Times Square. But the birdie, the Roc Nation Mo, who hit me, said, Ack, it gets deeper than that. This is what they said. They said, did your media idol, your buddy old pal, did your media goat, the guy you call a friend, did he tell you his full involvement with Roc Nation? I said, full involvement? Nigga ain't got no involvement. Nigga, he said he called me as my friend. He said we're friends. He said we're friends.
He said we're friends. Number one rule for everybody tapped in. Just because somebody say y'all friends don't mean y'all friends. You know if they're a friend to you or not. And when they show you they not, you better believe them the first time. Because the last time might be the last. You smell me? Let's go, though.
What's that song go? Friends are forever. Like, what? I'm like, we're friends. They said, Ack, you're too smart to be this dumb. I said, what do you mean? Because I don't like when people tell me things about my friend. If my friend had any association to these people, my friend, when I'm squarely telling him on the phone, I think my issue is with the biggest ops, which happens to be these people, my friend would tell me, I ain't gonna lie to you, gotta let you know, I work with your ops. My friend will let me know that. My friend will let me know that. My friend will let me know.
Why are y'all ops, though? That's what I want to know. This black dude, you know, I just don't understand how they ops. Well, I guess because, it all comes down from the Drake shit. That's how powerful Drake is and the Kendrick Lamar. that shit that sparked all kind of drama. I think it all dribbled down from that, just like the NBA YoungBoy and all that. Quando, Rondo, and King Von dribbled down from, you feel me, from Dirk and all. You feel me? It's just affiliations. Because I'm like, how the hell are y'all ops? Y'all are too fucking. Come on, man.
My friend will let me know that. My friend. The person says to me, "You're too smart. Your name is Akademiks. You're too smart to be coming off this dumb." He said, "Go do your due diligence. I'll point you in a slightly right direction. Figure it out." Well, not gonna lie, I took interest in that. And today, I dispatched the entire team. I tell Grant, grab like 50 clippers. I tell my other mans over there, yo, we're getting on our reading shit. Let's figure it out. Dispatch the entire team. We need to get to the bottom of this shit. And chat, less than an hour of searching, my heart fell to my stomach, gang. I couldn't believe it, chat.
My heart fell in my stomach. So you was really under the impression that you guys were besties. My bestie.
I couldn't believe it. Now, I know this is a style of Jay-Z, but I hate to put my own mans on a Summer Jam screen. But we got to go back. So if you don't
do what you got to do, man. Keep it going.
don't know, you guys can go to nycasinos.ny.gov, and you can look at all the people who applied. Remember I told you Charlamagne seems to have some fixation with I told you it's the first time Jay-Z ever called an L with the casino thing. But he has some fixation with not only defending them now, defending them then. He seems to be still trying to do some casino. Like, it's weird.
This is crazy. You see what's going on here, man.
I can't tell what his angle is, but he claims he's not a shill. He's not a mouthpiece. He's not a puppet for Rock Nation. Now, I want to show you the URL that you guys could go look. This is not made up. And I'm on this site and I'm like, all right, let's figure it out. And
definitely getting political. And that's dangerous. Jamaica, you feel me? Very violent. One of the most violent places to go to if you want to go to inner cities and things like that. Why? Because of politics. You feel me? This side and that side. This shit right here is getting political, man.
It's kind of it's broken down by all these applicants here. There was one that withdrew, and these were they didn't make it to the final round because they weren't approved by the Community Advisory Committee, which means the community told them no. One of those applicants were Caesar Palace, Times Square. Now everything here is public, but I'm going to be honest with you. It took for me to realize this is better than me throwing up Charlamagne's Rock Nation badge on the Summer Jam screen. I'm going to just throw up the federal filing. Fuck it.
Damn. Whew. It's getting federal. Federales. That's a new wave.
Fuck it. And you're going to see a link. Keep in mind, my friend who's calling me to put me on game when I
salute Miss Doja. Tapping in.
Tell him where I think this is coming from. Yo, Charlotte, my biggest ops, bro, they're Rock Nation. I think it's all Rock Nation, bro. Look what they did. You know what he says? I think you're bugging.
And he capping too, because you knew Charlamagne was with Rock Nation. You knew that from the beginning, so cut it out.
He says he has no connection to them, no ties. But because he fucks with me, he could make a call up there. To help his friend out. I'm like, oh, really? You'll be Minister Louis Farrakhan for your friend?
You see the sarcasm and you don't know what to trust. And being that he's so buddy close to people like Poetic Flacco and Wack 100, I think I'm more, I'm sorry. I ain't getting political with it, but I would trust Charlamagne more than this dude. I ain't gonna hold you, man, because he's gonna do whatever he gotta do. He a Wack student.
It's my friend. It's Charlemagne the God, Leonard McKelvey from what is it, Moncks Corner, South Carolina. That's my guy. I've listened to him for 20 years on the radio box. That's my friend. He tells me he has no affiliation. He's calling me because at times when people were trying to do him in, I called before the person could finish telling me the bad news. Charla, yo, look out for this. Here's where it's coming from. This person, that person, this person, that person. Bro.
Yeah, right. Let's go.
Handle it quick. Don't let it make it to the media. I got you. You're my friend.
What are you talking about? A lot of shit made it to the media with Charlemagne. Some nasty, nasty stuff. So I don't know what you saved him from because the worst of the worst came out on him. And so
when he calls me and he says, Ack, I know you've done this for me. I'm returning a favor. I'm like, my guy. But it say never look a gift horse in his mouth, huh? So I'm on this site. I'm like, okay. And I say, let's look at the application materials. Let's kind of get into this. This is a.
And then he just insinuated that it's some other shit that we don't know about, that he warned them about, and he stopped it before it came out. I don't know about all those.
This cannot be edited. You'll see. It says NewYorkCasinos.ny.gov. Okay. I said, well, they sent out the new Rock Nation talking points, and Wayno looked like he was so quick to make a video. He read the part they said, do not include telling people that Charlemagne had some financial interests in this casino. He fucking read the whole thing out. Thank you, Wayno.
This is crazy because they accuse of Charlemagne some foul casino shit. I know he about to get into it. And he's taking contributions for political gain type shit. And they accusing him of some gambling shit, him and Drake on some gambling casino, whatever shit too. They all playing in the devil's lair, homie. Why you can't just get your bread and be righteous and shit? Nah, you want to be with the cool crowd. They on their way to the Epstein Island, homie, with them type of acts. That's how I feel about it. Nigga doing too much though.
I knew, like, listen, I know you've been, Jay-Z's your guy, but I knew that everyday struggle training was going to come out of you sometime. Okay, thank you. But even then, I didn't believe it because I heard someone say, nah, that's not true. So I go digging for the truth. Now, there's a bunch of stuff that is filed with the New York government, okay? And when I go down, I said, let me look at the owners. Let me look at the owners. I click here. Okay, we're going to find out who owns this casino.
Wow. Shit, let's keep it pushing. Because these dudes is investigators. You know that, right? Man.
Finally figure out, does my media goat own this casino? Okay. Does he own this casino? Hold on. I'm looking. By the way, big problem here.
Oh boy.
Live Nation.
Ratatouille.
Live Nation, which owns Rock Nation, is listed as having financial interest.
Salute DC. You already know. Chocolate City.
Okay. Now, let's keep it going. They file another document. But by the way, these are all companies here. These are all companies. I've looked through all of them.
Yeah, definitely DJ Envy. His ass need to be. I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, the grimy work.
What the fuck? It's showing Caesars, is showing Live Nation, but I know Rock Nation is owned by Live Nation. So basically, Rock Nation has some financial, obligations with this company. Okay. Carter Enterprises. What's that? What's Carter Enterprises? Oh, S. Carter Enterprises. Who do you think S. Carter is? Okay. It's making sense. Look at this, what it says here. Look what it says. SCE Group. It's a SCE Group. It says, look at footnote 9. Ownership will be held by Sean Corey Carter along with certain affiliated entities and trusts. That's interesting. but my media goat is nowhere to be found.
This shit about to get ugly, man. This shit is about to get ugly. But I like it. Let the truth come to light, man. Who cares?
He's nowhere to be found. Maybe he's involved, but it could be a shell company. We can't go off speculation because my friend would never lie to me. Not my friend. Not my friend. Not my.
All right, cut it out, homie, because you knew he wasn't your friend. Nobody buying all that bullshit now. Nobody buying that bullshit, performance shit.
My friend. So I go back. And I go down here. By the way, I also looked at this right here. Look, this is kind of spooky. No, not this one. Because at a point, they issued redactions that seemed to take out some names that, you know, nobody could tell there's some like invisible owners that they've declared, but people don't know. It's kind of weird. That's why they say have revised redactions. Anyway, I go to conflicts of interest. I go here. Doesn't really say anything, but I see Rock Nation. Rock Nation has identified no direct or indirect conflicts or perceived conflicts of interest to exist with respect to this proposal. What is this telling me now? Rock Nation is one of the people who has financial interest if this goes through. But what does this got to do with Charlemagne? So I go down and I say, man, maybe this little birdie that's from Rock Nation who told me just like, you know, he's just trying to gaslight me. Everybody's gaslighting Big Act now, okay? I see what's going on. They're all gaslighting Big Act. Then I click here, promoters, sponsors, and others, and
Big Act.
I scroll down, promoters, sponsors, and others. SL Green, okay, who are these people? Caesars, who are these people? You'll look, some of these people are the CEO. They're the, you know, chief financial officer.
I ain't gonna lie, it's real easy to be an investigator nowadays, so everything is available online. You know how to fucking navigate the World Wide Web, you good. Most people should know.
JP Morgan, Peak. So they're showing not only the companies that have significant financial interest or maybe equity or some ownership, but they show the people who are part of that organization. I scroll down a little bit more, and under Rock Nation, it reads these names: Sean Carter, Desiree Perez, Jana Fleshman, Angela Rye, Alicia Keys, and that's not my motherfucking media goat, Leonard McKelvey, a.k.a. Charlemagne, not under the Rock Nation banner. No!
It's funny how he tried to act like he didn't know that. Let's keep it pushing, though. That was all theatrics.
No!
But he just put the facts on it and the stamps on it like, yeah, he's getting paid by Rock Nation. Everybody suspected that. Everybody kind of knew that, but he put the stamp on it. So, man, yeah, he's a Rock Nation disciple.
We got him, y'all. We got him. We got him, y'all. We got him, y'all. Chat, I refreshed this page 40 times. I couldn't believe it. No. I refreshed this shit 40 times, chat. I couldn't believe it. Under Rock Nation, Leonard McKelvey, a.k.a. it says known professionally as Charlemagne the God, according to how they tried to submit this to the New York State government, they claim that Leonard McKelvey was a part of whatever Rock Nation was going to do. Chat.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
I couldn't believe this shit. I couldn't believe this shit,
This
chat.
nigga cap, bro.
I couldn't believe this shit, bro. I felt like when your rage caught his man stealing $100K. I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro.
The nigga was telling you inside info from the Rock Nation team, like, watch out, you need to watch your back. And you wondering where he getting it from. You should know, oh, he fucking with Rock Nation. What's the problem? What's the big deal? You feel me? And just take the information and move. No.
Keep in mind, it could have had Charlemagne's name, just somewhere else under a different category. By the way, what Wayno said is also not true. He said Charlemagne was there for himself. No, according to the proposal, him or anyone else, they were there because Rock Nation. They have financial interests, but they're under the banner of Rock Nation. Chat. You know, this is why new media is important. I guess for whatever reason, Rock Nation got the Wall Street Journal to cook up some shit about poly market and prediction markets. I have a theory on what's going on. Jay-Z and them are about to try to now partner. Remember, this thing with Caesar is going to go through. They're about to try to partner with Fanatics. Fanatics just got granted a sports book. And because of that, these guys are really now either sensitive or now they're trying to like think about it. Charlemagne is now the Mr. Blow the Whistle type of guy. I thought he was too short after a while. I was like, this guy's Mr. Blow the Whistle. He's like, nah, what's up at Poly Market? Charlemagne, who's a hip hop pundit or supposed to be, is trying to call out Poly Market, Stake, anything that would go against what Rock Nation Initiatives is, because Rock Nation is trying to partner with a casino. He's listed, chat. If this, to me, this is better than the goddamn, this is better than his employee badge. This is a government document that lists the founder of the company, the CEO, and I could look up this person. I think that they have a position there too. Jaina.
See, that's when hip hop get dirty, Mac. Political shit, bureaucracy, money involved, interests, all that fuckery, beer fuckery, yeah.
It's going to tell you who they are. They're head of the communication and executive vice president. So they're executive vice president. So Charlemagne now is going to try to convince me and convince y'all, because this is how old media works. You know how he was relying? Listen, Charlemagne was relying on an article from the Wall Street Journal. Fucking article. I pulled up the government paperwork. It says Sean Carter, who owns Rock Nation, his name is there. Desiree Perez, CEO, vice president. Angela Rye is there for whatever reason. Alicia Keys is up there. And Leonard McKelvey is there. And by the way, if we go back and look up, remember I was like, look, Charlemagne. If you're saying, nah, it's just because he gave a speech. Here's the funny part about it. Here we go. Here's the funny part about it.
And Charlemagne was one of them dudes that came in the game and we thought he was, going to be like, give his honest opinion on everything and be non-biased type of dude and be fearless and just talk and face the beatdowns or whatever he got to face. Because we seen him get ran up on a couple times. Hey, let me get a drop. Nigga beat his ass. He ran off, punched him in the face. But now we see that he's under control, like most of these motherfuckers.
Broadway Theater squares off against Fat Joe and Charlemagne. And remember, they also brought up Al Sharpton. You don't see Fat Joe's name under Rock Nation. You don't see Al Sharpton's name under Rock Nation. The only name you see under Rock Nation that we care about is Leonard McKelvey, a.k.a. Charlemagne the God.
Boy, under control. Under the control, man.
So let me ask y'all, do y'all think my friend, when he picked up the phone a couple weeks ago to give me a heads up, and I told him, because he was saying, I'm giving you a warning. I said, about what? He changed 5 reasons why he was giving me a warning. Then I was like, well, I think I know who is doing this. My biggest ops is Rock Nation. And he says, well, why would you think that? These people don't even know about you.
Meg Thee Stallion was the first reason. My educated guess.
Then he says,
I said
Drake, Meg Thee Stallion and Drake, between them two, yeah.
Nah, man. He says, listen, I got nothing to do with him, but I could make some calls. Do you think he forgot to mention to his friend me, hey, by the way, I'm on a legal document of declaration that I am under the umbrella of Rock Nation for the casino proposal that was just turned down a few months ago. Do you think my friend forgot to tell me that? Do you think he forgot? You know, I drink a lot. Maybe he drinks too. Do you think he forgot? What do y'all think? Do you think he forgot?
I think you hurt. You're going down and you took a shot. The janky business got exposed. Now you're trying to make it look like Charlemagne doing janky business. But he just you discovered that he working for Rock Nation, but it ain't no janky shit going on, I don't think, because them niggas ain't stupid like that. But let's keep going though.
For the people say, Ack, well, why didn't you know this? I never, listen, I'm going to keep it a bean with you. This type of move I expect from Ty Lil, the backdoor special.
Yeah, the Tory Lane shit, you know, Akademiks took another position, and he was with Wack 100 and all the people. They all together on some other shit, some special interests. They all got their interests. And yeah, I'm sure that's when he became, you know, a big problem for Rock Nation. And then the Drake shit, him being the Drake advocate.
You get what I'm saying? This is crazy. My media go try to slime me out, man. This is crazy. He's been working with my biggest ops the whole time, and he told me he don't got no affiliation.
Well, if he told you that, yeah, that's some snake weird. That's some snake shit. Like I said, you got a problem with figuring out who really your friends and who not. You gotta blame yourself for that.
The only thing they said was a little weird. Was like, nah, I could call up there. I could call all of them. I'm like, okay, you got a little address book. I see what's going on. No, this is crazy. Somebody said you probably recorded the conversation. Now, did Charlotte bring this back from the office? You remember when Charlamagne would always rock some Rock Nation shit when Dame went in there? I'm gonna give a quick update. Now, there's nobody in hip hop that's even working with Poly Market. Yes, Drake mentioned them, right, in a rap, but you can't point to any influencer comment.
Yeah, you gotta watch them powerful names. You're right about that.
Tater, any even page that works with them. How come y'all argument has gotten to Poly Market? Why is Rock Nation moving y'all off on that script? Anyway, let's listen to Alex Media.
The Journal just released this report about the practices that these gambling casino sites are using. One of it.
By the way, I'm going to need you to be a journalist too, Alex Media, and need you to ask Charlamagne, should Wall Street Journal have also ran an article about when he said verbatim that the casino would be the best thing for Times Square, New York City, the biggest city in the world. He said the casino that he had financial interest in under the umbrella of Rock Nation, that Sean Corey Carter and Desiree Perez had financial incentive in.
Nah, Mac, that's just about bread. Shit, they offered him some money to he probably sold it. I don't know. They offered him money and he was with it. That's all. Offered him a gig. They know what he do, how influential he is. And they said, here, we put you on this casino shit, whatever else, you get it back. But now you're under us. Mob shit, but legal mob shit.
That would be the best thing for New York City. But now his rhetoric, and your rhetoric too, which I think is directed by him, is now saying how bad casinos are. How does that work? How is Jay-Z Casino going to help the community, but now other casinos are hurting the people?
When I do it, It's a problem, man. It's a problem when they do it. What he say? It's cool when you do it.
Hey, Alex. Anytime y'all want to just apologize to Grant, we'll just bring it back down. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. Grant working 28 hours a day on y'all niggas.
He's not compromised on the Drake shit because everybody know. So yeah, he compromised, yeah, for sure, but he make it public, so he ain't tripping on it. So that's, he like, there ain't no secret. It's kind of foul with Charlemagne saying, nah, I ain't fucking with Rock Nation to who's supposed to be his boy, I guess. And he was under Rock Nation. But was he just because he got a check from them? You feel me? But let's be honest here. You know Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z is a selfish Jay-Z.
I'm not even capping.
He wants you to call him Hov. What you expect?
Shout out to Grant.
Is that they are paying influencers to pretend to gamble online.
Did they pay Charlemagne the God to give speeches at the town hall meeting, which still didn't work?
Imagine somebody you look up to, and then they're using this site, let's say Polymark.
They keep saying Polymarket.
Trying his best to push it because he's yeah. You already know, man. They all connected. The Birdman, the Drake, to the Wack, to the academics, you feel me? He threw his 2 cents in there, but we're gonna get into that. The boys we see what's going on.
Or stake or whatever one of these gambling casino sites. And it looks like they're winning. Looks like, oh shit, you use this site, you win all the time, you win big money. But they're making dummy sites where there's not real bets, there's no real money being lost, and now you're tricking your followers into gambling their money, thinking they're gonna have the same chances as you. So it's like
Alex, I see you.
That's nasty. If that's going on, that's nasty. He gonna defend it. Let's see what he say.
On the text, hey Alex, I'll call you. You're down to get called. Listen, these days, after that call that Charlemagne did, everything. Listen, I might have to start recording y'all. I want to talk to y'all on the public airwaves because I'm thinking Charlemagne called me off his personal phone and had.
Yeah, but don't try to make Jay-Z like the angel, nigga. Trust me, he ain't perfect either.
The Rock Nation burner phone in the background with Jay-Z chuckling like a camel and Desiree Perez giggling like a snitch.
Damn. See, now he just went nuclear. If I know how to hook up my little sound machine, I would have pressed the bomb right there. He's pissed off. And he got the protection of Drake, obviously. So he got the bigger money behind him, I guess, or whatever. But it's money everything, because I don't know. Rock Nation, what y'all think? Who more powerful, though? Rock Nation is established in America. It's a business. It's a brand. Drake is a rich artist that got more money than Rock Nation. Man.
And they were listening to my convo. So from now on, let's talk publicly in front of the masses. No more private conversations because I talked to Charlemagne for 3 hours and he forgot one little detail. Hey, bro, did I tell you that when Jay-Z went to go get his casino, I was under the Rock Nation banner? Huh? What? Nigga, what the? Think you know how?
You said, but you said you asked him and he told you no. You ain't say like he just didn't mention it. Like if you asked him, that's one thing. But if he didn't mention a job or whatever that he got a bag coming from Rock Nation, that's a whole nother thing, homie. But they'll twist it up on you.
Quick, I would have got the fuck up and be like, let me get the fuck on out of here. Nigga, what the hell? So, Alex, I see your text, but I will not be responding via text. You have a show to promote anyway. I will call you and we could speak.
So Alex is a Rock Nation nigga, hitting him on the text like, shut up, motherfucker, let's talk. But Ack is a fucking, one thing about this dude, man, he gonna do what he want to do, I think. Especially he got the power, and I think Drake, because I think, he made a call to Drake. Drake said, yeah, fuck it. Because I still think he on the Drake thumbnail, though.
If you're down to speak, I don't know if Rock Nation has to give out the press. Maybe they got to give out the press details. But this is why I said, when Charlotte said, let's sit down, I'm like, okay, this is like some psyop. No, you don't. So after I've unveiled that Charlemagne is now working in cahoots, working for, working with, busting down the bread with Rock Nation, I got to check him for a wire or an earpiece. I got to be honest.
Deceptive marketing strategies, and it's like, I don't know technically if that's a crime, but I'm telling you guys, there will be charges coming down, and
there'll be charges. How do you know this?
If you're doing some, hopefully it's not too late, but stop, please.
He's saying they're attacking him out the blue, and he don't know why, and he might be right. I don't know. Charlemagne gonna say like, "Oh, I was trying to give you warning." I thought that's what Charlemagne is saying.
Please stop. Wall Street Journal.
Okay. While you have the Rock Nation hat on. Okay. By the way, have I seen him wear a Rock Nation hat before? I'm strolling on this nigga shit. I ain't never seen him with a Rock Nation hat. Chat, go look at this man's page. You've never seen this man with a Rock Nation hat. All of a sudden, he gets a Rock Nation. Chat, every time you see him with a New York Yankee hat. I've never seen him with a Rock Nation hat.
Yeah, it's a corporate attack, man. Hove ain't gonna just hit you one way. It's coming all kind of ways. Which your ways, man.
We got to check him for a wire earpiece hat. No way. We've never seen him. Look, New York Yankee hat. Now he's talking the same lingo. He's talking the same lingo as Charlemagne, and he's wearing this hat. Chat, am I going crazy? Or are we just like, come on, chat. Come on, chat.
I thought we were talking.
You have DJ Akademiks out here claiming Charlemagne is nothing but a paid puppet for Jay-Z and Rock Nation, just spewing corporate talking points on command. And then you have Charlemagne out here trolling, saying that he works for Rock Nation when he doesn't. But
see, look, I like him. He non-biased. He ain't on nobody's side. Let's speak on it though. But he ran that Rock Nation hat, so is he trying to throw it off? Because technically, Charlemagne don't work for Rock Nation. He caught a check from Rock Nation. When you're independent contractors, you catch all kind of bags from all kind of different places and businesses.
He doesn't? Yo, Alex, could we get on the phone? We got to do everything live, bro. Like, all of this, like, texting and... Let's get on the phone, man. Let's talk. Let's talk in front of everybody.
You're not going to pick up on air.
Desiree Perez hitting that nigga Alex saying, nigga, your access card will be declined for life if you do this. Oh my God.
Desiree Perez. Powerful female.
Alex said
she told on everybody.
He's in a party right now. How you in a party but know we talking about you? You can't talk. Nigga, step out the party. This nigga probably...
He can't get on the line. He ain't free like you act. He can't just jump on the line and talk. His ass might end up getting canned for something he say. Fuck around and mess up everything. His whole future, everything. You can't just jump on the line and chop it up on a damn show in front of thousands of people. Yeah, why this stupid ass light keep going out? This is bugged out. It's a ghost in here. Is that my bro Marco or my cousin Maji? Love y'all. Happy 4th of July. This shit is getting political. I'm gonna play a little bit more and we're gonna move on.
At the Rock Nation brunch, nigga. Like, oh my God. Yo, check my man Alex for a wire or earpiece. Check my man for a wire or earpiece. He might be at the brunch.
Check the homie for a wire. Check the homie for a wire. Hey, check the homie for a wire. Check the...
Might be at the brunch, chat. Not the brunch. Not the brunch.
He on that key going crazy.
Why y'all keep bringing me up?
Yeah, this shit getting political, man. Getting political. You can't buy either one of their stories because they both compromise, so you don't know who's telling the truth. You know, Wack is saying, "Oh, he was my friend," and he said he didn't work with Rock Nation. This is my biggest ops. Everybody know that. I'm sure Charlamagne was like, "I didn't know what you mean your biggest ops? What are you talking about?" I didn't know I had to tell you got a check from Rock Nation. You know how they play the game, man. So I don't know who to believe in that situation because they both compromised by the bigger bag. And I think it got to be a limit on when you're out there bag chasing. Because these dudes, man, they end up being in a whole situation where they never even thought they'd be in, chasing a little bag. Let's get into this, and then we'll get into the other little mess. They say that the judge hit him something bad. Keefe D, Big Mouth, when he's about the Tupac stuff. I'm just played a little part about the judge because I ain't see it yet. Man, this boy thought he was going to go ahead and make some bucks. He was a drug dealer making fast money. And then once that money run out and the people on your ass, he couldn't get a regular job because he was old and whatever, gangster, famous, all that shit. So then he was like, damn, let me try to sell this story. You heard him talking to the police before he told him. He's like, yo, you sure I ain't going to be able to go to jail for this, right? You sure y'all ain't going to take me to jail? Because y'all can still do. And look, his ass still fighting for his life. And they say he about to lose too. But let's get into it, man, a little bit.
Formal meeting, he's trying to get information. This is Higgins talking to the defendant. Now, once again, would I have said something like that? But people are telling my client, hey, this is not a big deal. We just want to get information. Then Long says, in his different people on there.
I told them the truth. It's the same as the defendant who walked outside the door with an inadmissible statement. Whether or not it's admissible in 2011 is irrelevant to your analysis. He adopts it in 2019 in a book. He himself adopts it. Yeah, we put some waiver arguments in there and everything else, and their position on the book is it's fiction. So we should be entitled to establish what he said in that book is true. He did wind up meeting with his lawyer. The cops did go to his garage and explain to him.
He said it was fiction, but they put all the facts together.
On a disability, particularly since in 2019.
The decision at the end of the day is whether or not the state's met its burden beyond the bell. And so as a result, like I said, I think we have to have extreme caution with regard to.
I started this out saying, first I'm looking for is more.
All right, here we go. I was trying to get to what the judge said. The judge that's all we trying to hear. These niggas could run their game all they want.
Interview it supports the fact.
By other people in 2008. What we do instead, we say, look, we're going to move that off to the side.
Keefe D.
Consider all the other evidence in the case to make their decision at the end of the day as to whether or not the state's met its burden beyond the bell. And so as a result, like I said, I think we have to have extreme caution with regard to the statements that were made in 2008.
Boy, standing tall, back straight, old as hell. He must have been in there working out. You seen him get his little scrap on. Even his old ass got some jail fight stories. You feel me?
And I think it would be the most prudent position would be to exclude the 2008-2009 statement.
And that judge ain't trying to hear
Starting
nothing.
backwards.
It's so messed up when you charge for killing somebody like Tupac. Man, I'll tell you right now, that judge ain't hearing nothing. Let's go.
I think really no question on County Street Ledger book. I find that as admissible under NRS 51.035 subsection 3. It's clear that Mr. Davis adopted the statements therein as his own through publication, promotion, and subsequent ratification. In his interview to Vlad TV, he promotes this book as his book. He encourages people to buy it to get the real truth and not from the law.
Yeah, get my book, man, to hear the real truth. Not from them.
Law enforcement or industry people. He also repeatedly says it's something like the whole truth of the situation.
She don't like him. See how she talking?
So he's indicated to a reporter also on 10/21/23 that he wrote the book to let people know his truth. He's adopted its contents under NRS 51.035 subsection 3B. And then ultimately, when you look at the entirety of Mr. Shah's interview, it supports that the factual content from the book was from Mr. Davis, and that Mr. Davis ultimately also got the manuscript and made no edits to the description of the murder that's relevant for today. Ultimately, the arguments regarding what Mr. Jaw's contributions to the book are, etc., goes to weight, not admissibility of the book. I really find there is no legal argument to exclude the book. Working backwards, then when I'm looking at what's in front of me, the motion is on voluntariness here, right?
So they wanted to exclude the book, but he said, "This is the truth." And she said, "Nope, we're not excluding that."
And so when I'm looking at voluntariness, I started this out saying, first I'm looking for, is Miranda required? And then I'm looking to those PSAMA factors. And so ultimately a criminal defendant is deprived of due process if the conviction is based upon an involuntary confession, and voluntariness is determined under the totality of the circumstances, including the age, intelligence, custodial status, and whether coercive police tactics overboard the will. When I look at PSAMA, Dewey versus State, and then the Miranda decision itself. When we're looking at Miranda, it's only custodial interrogation. It doesn't require warnings where a defendant voluntarily provides information in a non-custodial setting. Statements offered against a party are admissible where they are the party's old statements or the party's manifested in adoption or belief in their truth. Neither required Miranda, because neither ultimately were in a custody setting. He was free to leave at all times, and in fact, he did leave for decades after these were stated. So I don't think the Miranda framework is the appropriate one here. Additionally, it's important to note that he was represented by counsel throughout, and that is really what Miranda is. Miranda is designed to protect from police infringement on a person's ability to
When the counsel ain't around.
protect against coercion. And that's what the attorney's entire job is. When I look at the PSAMA factors that have been laid out, I don't think they apply here necessarily to establish involuntariness, really. If I apply that test, Mr. Davis passes with flying colors. I mean, this is a situation where he is an adult. He's not inexperienced in the criminal justice system. He has counsel present. He's expressly advised. He is not under arrest. He's not inexperienced, he's not uneducated, he's not isolated, he's not subject to prolonged detention, deprivation, or coercive texts. I mean, he's indicted to the situation. He comes to tell his story to avoid the federal government's issue. So I don't find it that it's involuntary either. However, I do have problems with that 2008 interview, but I don't think that they were necessarily addressed in the framework that I'm given here. So I'm not necessarily saying it's admissible. I'm saying it's not voluntary at this time. So
He killed Tupac, and his dumbass wanted to get the credit for it when he got old, telling those stories, and you ain't even, you feel me? They say he wasn't one of those. So it's like, why you want the fame for that? He's seen the money opportunity. That's the same thing Wack 100 doing. But look what it gets you though, buddy. You're fucked up.
the motion
In a
is
real
denied
way.
as written. So we'll go to the order on that.
Thank you, Judge.
Salute.
Your Honor, just as a matter of clarification of the court's order, is this one of those things where we can redress this issue?
You can address it. I don't know what basis fits better, but it's not
It was
involved.
weird that Wack was trying to bail him out too. That was crazy.
That's fine, Your Honor, and I do understand the court's ruling with regards to that. I'm just trying to figure out in terms of timing and whether or not we can be able to redress it later.
I don't really have a ton of guidance on what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the framework that you presented me with, it doesn't fit as an involuntary statement. But you are free to redress it as you see fit under the legal guidance. Gang evidence.
Your Honor, this is the state's motion. Looking at the defense response and talking to Mr. Sams, I think we largely agree that it's admissible for the purposes of motive. So the real question, they took some issue with the purpose of identification, but we're not doing it as a modus operandi. It's more identification as Davis's role within the larger South Central Crips, why he was the person in leadership in order to issue those commands, why he had the ability to do that. That's what we were looking for in terms of identification.
Okay. Ultimately, gang information is gang affiliation evidence is a bad act, and there's generally some sort of bad acts, Petrocelli type hearing, although it doesn't really tap all the traditional contours of Petrocelli hearing. But it seems as though Mr. Sanft is not requesting that. He's conceding that it could be necessary for, or that he concedes the evidence of the affiliation with the Southside Compton Crips, personal leadership.
He gonna go down in history. One of the dumbest niggas. Man, sorry.
Role within that organization, the rivalry with Hero and the Lakewood Mall and the MGM Grand incidents are probative of motive. And so it seems like we've passed the point where I thought we would need an evidentiary hearing. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that. I
On
think
the
that,
clear and convincing of the gang evidence.
yes, sure.
So what it then leaves out essentially is the state is not seeking for identity.
His lawyer sound like a punk. I agree with that. Yes, I agree. He going with everything she say.
And so it's really just for motive. And so we're at essentially is this a situation where you're seeking for any gang enhancement phase to be bifurcated from the guilt phase?
I think that's an agreement that we would have with the state with regard to that particular issue. The danger is the use of the word shock collar and then the use of the word green light. That's really where we're.
Oh, that's the prosecutor. I'm
Okay,
tripping.
so for you, your concern is those two terms.
Correct. I mean, those are terms that are associated with gang activity. And it's not just gang activity, but it's also associated with this idea of rank within the gang activity. Whether or not Mr. Davis was part of the Southside Crips, I think it's documented. He lives on a street in Burris in Compton. I mean, it's laid out. I think Detective Lab would be very clear about the fact that you move into a neighborhood and you're on a street, you become associated with that particular thing. I have a concern about the idea that now they're going to try to shoehorn in.
It's a thing where he was a big drug dealer, so I'm sure he got his respect in the girls or whatever. But before that, before the drugs, he probably wasn't shit. So then you lose that, you ain't making the drug money. People, still ranting and raving about Pop. So you want to try to get that fame, that clout. Goofy as hell. And somebody said, hell yeah, nigga, you sell a book out of that shit too. But I'm sure his homies told his ass don't do that dumb shit. But he did it, and look what's going on.
The idea that he's a shock collar just by the fact of just using the words and saying he was a shock collar.
What about his own words? At least the shock collar.
Once again, I think if the evidence comes out that way, I think that's one thing. But at this particular point, I don't believe that they have enough to at least say, hey, we can just throw it out there.
Yeah, he got a gay, no offense, but he got a gay lawyer. I don't know if he's a public defender, but this guy is getting pushed around. He should be able to explain like shot caller because he was a big time because of the drug, because of drug money, not because of anything else. It's just once you make a certain amount of money, I ain't gonna try to be no lawyer, but
and make this a thing like in their openings or anything like that. I think during the course of the trial, if that becomes evidence, that's one thing.
Shot color and green light, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. So by the court's ruling, the fact of green light is already coming in because it's specifically pulled from Mr. Davis's own words from his book. So
oh, the book where he said, yeah, y'all better read that book. That's the real. It ain't like what they talking about. It's the real what really happened.
I mean, green light's already coming in. We have a good faith basis that it's coming in based on the court's ruling today. With regards to the shot caller, I mean, that is a term of art within gang hierarchy. The person who actually has the ability to direct orders on other people. And by the way, again, using Mr. Davis's own words from his book, he was a general.
And then the book, they're using the book to fry him, which is fucked up. And the judge just said the book is admissible. Man, yeah, he took a major L in this one.
Was the president. He was the person that had the authority to make this happen. These are his own words. And so Detective Ladd, when he comes here, him saying that, yes, he was the shot caller. He was the person in that hierarchy that could order.
Hey, Detective Ladd. I know he ain't say that. I ain't gonna rewind it.
That retaliation is wholly appropriate given the context of gangs. Now, if the court wants me, I really don't know what I'm trying to work out what's the way to deal with that, other than to just say we know Detective Ladd testified to that based on his experience. It's in the grand jury transcripts.
Yeah, Ladd a detective? No.
And that's where that's where this term is derived from. So he describes himself in this manner.
And maybe what we do in the meantime, Your Honor, is we set this for a very short Patrick Taylor hearing right before Detective Black takes the stand. And we can make that determination that we're fine with regards to that issue, very narrowly construed just on the issue of shot color.
This guy needs help. He needs help.
I think we can, okay, so the motion to admit gang evidence, it seems like it's largely unopposed, and so it's granted, the state can use it for motive, to establish motive. Regarding the issue, the gang phase will be bifurcated. Regarding the issue of shot color and green light is within sort of the key sentence that is used, that Mr. Davis uses to describe the murder, the crime that he's charged with. So I don't think that can be excised from the case. It just doesn't make sense. The shot color, we can do that brief evidentiary hearing, and we'll hold out until the detective testifies in using that particular phrase. All right, State's Brigade order. Anything further?
Yeah, he took a big L in that one, man. No kiss at. It's looking bad. Salute the homie Dominican Mayweather, you heard? It's over for this dude, running his mouth. Once you get to negotiating with the police, then you're going to lose, man, because they played dirty. You sure y'all ain't going to be able to convict me? I'm going to tell y'all everything. I feel like y'all could still convict me. He knew better. He needed that little money, and he fucked up. They about to fry him. She said, the book is going to be used as evidence. That's a major loss in this situation. And a lot of people don't feel sorry for him, man, because you should have kept your damn mouth shut on that. Like, because you ain't pulled the trigger. You lucky y'all got away with that. Like, no, he wanted to get that little fame, that little clout. And now look what's going on. He's fighting for his life. I want to look at this because they said some shit about 4 extras and Trap Law Raw before I get into this next thing. I want to look at a little of this. This shit's funny.
Kill this.
Really?
I really want to fucking kill you.
What do we have to do to get past that? The whole murder desire thing.
Boy got one hand. He say it's gonna kill you, and Adam's still scared to death in there.
My birthday in 6 days, so that's what you about to do.
Oh,
Take me out of town where all the 1,000 bitches at.
Damn, straight. That sound like some, man, I hate to say it about the homie. And Macy ain't gonna like me saying either, but that sound like some prostitute stuff. Like, what you gonna do? My birthday coming, how much money you, man.
All the bitches.
Don't you, what's so good with the baby mama? She ain't gonna like that.
You said what?
What's good with the baby mama? She's not gonna like that.
I'll shout out to my kid's mother, but I'm not with her.
Oh, the plot thickens. Okay.
Adam could hook him up with some of them porn girls, so Adam do owe him that, I think. Adam hook him up with some of them porno chicks, man.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
Oh, you good?
I got a pretty
Oh, okay.
That's my kid's mother.
Oh, okay.
I love her.
Damn.
But I'm not with her.
Okay.
I got a pretty daughter.
That's good.
I got a good daughter. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my daughter. I got a pretty daughter. Love her. You know what I'm talking about?
No, was she almost 2 now?
No, she about to be 1.
Oh, okay.
She about to be 1. But you don't get to know that right now, motherfucker. Because I'm on you right now, motherfucker. I'm trying to switch the subject.
We can show each other pictures of our kids and shit if you want. That's some homie shit.
That was back then.
Well, I see your kid
Before
on
you fucked up.
What?
Before you fucked up, that was back then when we called each other when they on the phone and all that talking.
So we not on sharing pictures of our.
He really loved Adam 22. He loved that nigga, man. Nothing wrong with it. But he gonna get his feelings hurt again. That's all I'm gonna say. Man.
Our kids level anymore. No more FaceTimes. It's over.
Right now, we on should we bomb rush your ass? Or should we kill your ass? Or should we just DP your ass? And then after that, go get a gang of bitches.
I don't think I've ever been threatened to be killed by a guest so much.
All the threatens turning Adam on. Probably he like that shit, man. I'm sorry. He's a freaky boy.
I'm telling you, this is one time the guy will be in jail, sitting there laughing my ass off doing burpees.
Thank you for
I
letting me.
don't think he lying either. He's a crazy mother. He's something different. You fuck with the wrong one. You better watch it. Why does light keep flickering? That's crazy. You may have some fucking electrical issues out here.
you live up to this point in the interview.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I'm serious.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I appreciate it. That's good.
Shut the fuck up. What's been going on though?
Shit, I don't know. It's a little turbulent.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, but I don't think they talking about DJ Vlad, but we could do that research because they said that Detective Vlad said that he said, and you know he did a lot of Vlad interviews, but we off of that. But that's something I'm gonna go look into though.
Over here, your boy Spotify's already dipped out.
What, he don't work here no more?
I don't think so.
Nah, he'll be back. Y'all be back.
You think?
I'll be back.
Where are you and him at?
Y'all be back.
Y'all are cool or not?
Yeah, that's my cousin. You know, that's my cousin from the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen you pop up at his little like graduation.
I'm proud of him. Yeah, I'm proud of him. He graduated. You know what I'm talking about? He graduated to get a certificate in that. I'm proud of that.
Judge definitely love Pop. Keefe D took a major L's, ugly for him. And if they let that book be in evidence, it's a wrap for the boy, man. And his stupid ass did get away with it. But he didn't want to get it. He wanted the clout. He wanted people to know. And he thought he could go tell the police and still walk around like imagine even just that alone, just doing that, even if he did get away with that. That showed a foul, fucked up mind state of his old ass. He wanted to just tell everybody, yeah, I killed Pac, and then be walking around free, taking a walk, drinking water. That's what he was doing when they called him. He was walking in his neighborhood, drinking some water and polying. So nasty, nasty game, man. They wasn't going to have that. So I think he done this trial's looking bad for him.
I support that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I support people going to school, kids going to school, graduate. You know what I'm saying? I pop up and talk at schools and shit. You know what I'm saying? I do backpack giveaways. I've been doing a whole lot of shit. You know, I got a cartoon I got. Right. It's called Off the Back Little Legends for all the little kids. It's a cartoon. I put my homies in it. You know what I'm talking about for the long run. You know what I'm talking about for the get benefits off that for the long run. Okay. And they kids grow up and watch the cartoons and shit.
Okay.
Netflix already got at me about buying it, but really? I don't want to sell I ain't selling my cartoon.
Yeah, don't sell out.
I ain't selling that cartoon because you could. That's like back then. Power Rangers. They bought Power.
Oh, you one of those? I ain't selling my cartoon. All right, well, you get a deal with them then. Because, like, you already know 1% of something is better than 100% of nothing, my nigga. The fuck? I ain't selling my cartoon. You can't make another cartoon, nigga? Get the bread.
Rangers, what, in the 80s? That shit was they bought that shit for like 50,000. That shit worth like 200-300 million now.
Okay.
So, no, I'm straight.
Shout out to the Power Rangers. But, okay. So, we had that initial conflict and everything. Then it cools off for a while. We're not really, like, talking about each other too much or whatever. Then you did my boy Trap Lord Ross dirty.
How the fuck I do custom?
He did a free service for you to try to help launch your channel, and then you sold it to a random.
First off, you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I feel like I kind of do.
Nigga, call that nigga right now. Nigga on West Side.
We gonna call him Ross?
Yeah, what the fuck you mean?
I love that.
Call him right now.
That's
how we gonna do this. We gonna call him right now.
Okay.
Call him right now. Call him right now.
Yep.
Yeah, you about the DP, cuz. Watch this.
Off white boys.
Watch this. Call him right now.
Called your name and reason for calling. I'll see if this person is available.
What the
Let me say my name.
Wait, he got a concierge service?
Hi, if you record your name.
Let me say my name when I'm up.
I mean,
what about Vlad is a detective?
A face?
Call him right now. This sounds like it's about to be a joke. I ain't really into this, but let me.
You know, get my stuff out there like that. You can pitch it out there, bro. You can probably pitch it to Netflix and other stuff. You can pitch the trailer. So you said that's cool. So then you said I'm gonna be looking for people. You was editing it. You was fixing it up. You was doing everything. Boom. Now when you call,
I'm sure Ross did it wrong. That's just my guess. Let me bring it back.
Boy, and you know when I be on niggas. We called, nigga. And when we got on the phone, you told me, I said, nigga, you said we're going to pitch the trailers and we're going to pitch it to other people. I said, all right, that's cool, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You can pitch it to other people. If I just don't want to, get my stuff out there like that, you can pitch it out there, bro. You can probably pitch it to Netflix and other stuff. You can pitch the trailer. So you said, that's cool. So then you said, I'm going to be looking for people. You was editing it. You was fixing it up. You was doing everything. Boom. Now when you call me back with an ID, you say, hey, Fortress, what we could do, bro, we could sell it to we could do it and put it on Cam and let Cam put it up there and do it.
This is a disaster, man. We'll keep it pushing a little bit.
I said, that's cool. You said I already talked to Cam and Cam said he'd do that. So I said, I said, all right. We that's cool. Call Kim. You clicked over. You called Kim. You merged Kim Capone on the phone with me. We all get on the phone, bro. I forget it like I ain't gonna forget it like it was yesterday. We was all right there, bro. I'm inside the studio while you talking to me. So,
he said the Cam Capone thing was your idea.
He called. No, you call Kim. You call Kim. You merged Kim.
No, I can break it down.
Yeah. He called Kim, bro. He called Kim. Yeah, see, he called Kim.
See, he caught in a lie. He said Cam Capone was his idea. You know you didn't say that. You know Forex didn't. That wasn't his idea. That was yours. That was the first lie Trap got caught up in. No, I could break it down though.
Okay, Ross, you explain.
So yeah. Because you call. Let me explain real quick.
All right.
So Nick, you call Kim. Because I don't lie on nobody. That ain't nothing to lie about. You know what I'm saying? You call Kim. We all three got on the phone. So when we said on there, what I will say, you know what I'm saying? You're genuine. You're a real person, and I respect you for that. And I love you for come shoot for me and doing all that. You get what I'm saying? For the interview and everything, bro. So you sit on there, bro, and you told Cam, break it down. I said, all right, then when you put it up there, break the money down into 3 with all 3 of us. You said, no, Forex, it's your shit, bro. You can keep it all. I told you, bro. Didn't I tell you, bro? I said, I'm a real person, bro. What you did, bro, I'm going to break it down and give it to all 3 of us. Didn't I tell you that, bro? Exactly. Hold on. Exactly, bro.
I know Forex
said, I said, break the money down and give it to all 3 of us.
This differs from the version that he told online.
Ay. He about to catch this little snake that is doing his best to make content.
Well, what's the version?
All right, Ross, let's hear your version.
Hey, so I'm with you, man, because
I'm with you.
I never really tried to do nothing.
Told you, bro.
With 4Extra, man. I rock with 4Extra. I feel like just originally when the idea came about, when it was first kind of pitched, I thought we was doing it for your channel, and that was going to be like your first video. That was going to be the comeback, and that was the original plan. You know, I popped out, like I spent the money, made the piece because I boxed with you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and I respect you.
You got finesse, and you agreed to it. Then you cried about it after.
And I told you I love you for that.
Yeah, no, for real, man. I got your back. And then, you know, I feel like we kind of put it together. And then, you know, you had the idea. You said you wanted to pitch it to Netflix and stuff like that. And I tried, like I reached out to everybody that I knew that could try and get that deal, and we couldn't get it. And I feel like maybe where me and you had like a difference of opinion is I kind of, at that point, I said, I still think this should be your channel. And, you know.
Yeah, you did tell me, you did tell me that. You did tell me it should be my channel and all that. You did tell me that. And then you had called me back and you had told me, well, we could put it with Cam. And then that's when
I kind of said, like, if you didn't want to do it on your channel and we didn't
you the one, boy. Grimy ass Trap Law Ross. I knew it.
Managed to get any interest from Netflix. Like I said, look, well, the other person I could suggest, like I heard there was a rumor. I don't know if this is true, but I thought Lupe told me that you got offered something like $20K by Channel 5, Andrew Callahan, to do the interview. But
I turned it. I got offered $20,000 from somebody, but I turned it down. But then I told you. But then I told you that when you asked me, and then you told me we could put it on the cam, and then that's when
I ain't watched this video before. I knew it was Trap who was lying and capping.
I said, all right, that's cool. And then I said, all right, go ahead, call him. And that's when you called him and you merged him in. And when you merged him in, that's when we all had a talk. And I told you correctly. I told you, bro. Then I tell you, bro, I said, let's split the money, right? And then you told me, no, bro, keep it all.
I said you should keep it.
Exactly, bro.
Keep the money.
I'm a real nigga, but I respect you for everything, bro. And I told you, bro, split the money. So that's all I'm saying. What the f y'all talking about?
The reason I wasn't fucking with Cam, though, I wasn't fucking with Cam because I feel like
you are a lying little piece of. I'm trying to watch my cursing on these lives. This is a dirty little boy. I ain't gonna hold you. Cat boy said a whole bunch of lies and got caught up in it. Adam, you know, they all about that content. So Adam put his ass on blast. Man, Trap got caught up. He's a snake that I know he was.
Like I said, yo, you guys piece it up, split the money, do your thing. I sent him all the footage. And then I didn't hear anything. I didn't even hear from him to say, yo, we made the deal. Like, we putting this out. Let us know. Do some.
What you need to hear? You said piece up. That's y'all. What you need to hear? You's a liar.
Oh, all right.
The thing that
you should have called me, though. You my boy. You should have called me.
Facts. You could have called him. Why you didn't call him?
But that's why because it came out, I was like, damn, I didn't even get heads up because Adam's the one who told me it dropped. He said, you know, your interview just dropped. That's
people that put content over everything is dangerous. like the boy Wack, who we're gonna get into in a minute, Paul. Dangerous as hell. He knew he could have called him. He knew he could have got situated, figured out whatever's going on. But instead, he was like, oh, perfect. I get to make a video about this shit and fabricate some shit. Ha 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 ha.
Said what? You remember, Adam?
Yeah.
You told me the interview dropped.
I saw it on YouTube. I was like, whoa.
And that's why I for you. I always wanted to support you, but I felt like
I support you. You tough.
Cam kind of took that shit and just like he didn't even. I didn't want no money, but it was almost like I just wanted a heads up. Let me know it's dropping. Like let me know so I can promote it. And then I'm hearing it from Adam that it dropped. And then the one thing that I thought was bad business with Cam, I wanted to ask you this for a minute. He dropped that interview as some shit where you could join his channel for like $10 a month and get it early. Did he piece that money up with you, or he keep all that money?
No, I never seen that money.
Treachery. He's starting some drama now. He said he did something the way he did something with his business, his platform that he got the right to do. Did he give you some of that money or no? He don't gotta give him none of that money. If he paid for extra what he said he was gonna give him and they squared away, he owned whatever the footage is. Just because you shot it, that don't mean whatever. You feel me? He ain't have to. I don't think he was obligated to that. It would have been nice if he did. But look at the dude over there in the UK starting drama.
We're going to Rialto.
That's why I didn't with Cam, because then when I heard off Adam and I start looking at the rollout.
Oh, now that's why. That's why, huh? Yeah, all right.
Thinking, oh, yo, he charging $10 for this. Like, he doing the Patreon method that I wanted you to do, and I guess he's giving you the money off the views, but that's why I didn't really f with it, because I was like...
He can't do it. He don't have a channel. His channel ain't lit like Cam Capone, man. That's take a lot of work to do that.
He ain't even let me know just on some friend shit of like, yo, how's this rollout going to go? Like, what are you going to do? When you going to drop? Like, what clips you going to drop? I didn't hear nothing. Adam hit me up like, your interview dropped. And I was like, damn, okay. And so I had never, ever had a bad word to say about 4 Extra, bro. You, man, you my...
Yeah, I put you tough, bro. I put you tough. I got respect for you, bro. I put you tough, bro. But that's what I was saying. When they was saying like, bro, like I kept the money or something, I'm like, what the f you talking about? Like, I was lost, bro.
He said something bad because that's why Adam brought it up. Oh, salute. He said Machiavelli is here. Salute then. Don Columinati blows like a 12-gauge shotty.
I'm like, hold on, what the fuck? That's why I just told you, like, bro, I was lost. They brought it to me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm lost, bro. You get what I'm saying? Because I was supposed to go back and I was supposed to show my hand after I went to the doctor. So I got that on recording and I was supposed to show my hand. And once they been trying to buy that. Because my hand, I took the staples out of my shit now and all that now. So, but I didn't do that is because the confusion came in right there when I seen that, when I seen your stuff and you talking about they got on, I'm like, huh? What the I was lost. So I'm like, I'm not about to do this because now I'm lost right there. It's like I'm playing him like I didn't get that. That's why he just said right now, like I ain't what the because you in the video. You in the video in the rap video that I made.
Use a beach and a liar.
Hey.
Right.
But bear in mind as well, when I said that shit about Cam, I basically said like he basically took that shit and he get half of that. And I said, look, I wanted you to have all the money. Do you remember he was on the phone talking about
he was concerned about what's going on? I thought you gave it to that man. It was a gift to him. Why are you still concerned about it?
I get 80% and you 20%. And I
I remember I was on the phone and I was like, hell no.
Extra 50%.
No, you talking about when he was saying, when Cam said, well, let him take, I think, the other platforms and give one platform. You talking about that part?
TikTok and shit. But that's the thing. He ain't never mentioned to you about putting it as a paid $10 a month thing on his channel where you had to pay a membership to watch it. And I don't even know if you even knew that. So that's why I wasn't with him. And then he called me out talking about I'm a clown. Like, bro, I gifted you free content with 4 Extra. You
did do that.
I didn't want the money from it, but all I wanted was the respect for him to be like, yo, this is dropping, this is the plan, this is how I'm going to
You should have called me, though. You should have called me, though. You know what I'm saying? You should have called me. You should have called me, bro. You should have called me, bro.
I wish I did, man.
Yeah, I wish you would have called me.
He's a brat. I wanted you guys to tell me when the video was dropping, and that's why I made the foul video about y'all. Because you guys didn't tell me when the video was dropping. What? That's wicked. Spoiled ass entitled shit right there, boy. That man was mad because they didn't tell him when the video dropping. Initially, that was what he was saying. I just wanted the respect of telling somebody calling me, man, niggas is doing shit, moving and grooving. I ain't no movie or no damn rap videos are fucking. It ain't that serious. The fuck is going on? Crazy as hell, man. His feelings was hurt about that. I don't really understand that. Honestly, he should have let it rock. Then holler at him later. Yeah, remember I looked out. It's all good. Your feelings hurt because they didn't let you know about the video, and you made a whole video about them after that. What is going on with the world today? See, people get sensitive about the wrong things nowadays, man. Because that's some nasty, nasty stuff. Now let's get into this next segment. I got a little time today. Who cares, man? Marathoned out. We're going to get into some Wack 100 hypocrisy, Let's get into it. First of all, before we go, Lad TV, some of these things is kind of interesting because as we discovered yesterday, he never been on a 4-yard or a 3-yard. He been on level 2 yards, and he only been to 3 prisons, not 9. And he been in the camps and, good, nice spots. And the people that was locked up with him said he was never involved in no violence and none of that stuff. And I'm still looking for that interview with the OG. I don't think he was from 2Ps, but he was a Damu, and he was locked up with him. And he said Wack was a little troublemaker, a little running his mouth, but he's just a little kid type of shit. But I want to start off with this because he said some interesting things here. Let you understand the man.
Well, you said, I think on Jason Lee's show that you've actually seen rapes happen in prison.
You see him, you hear him. I've seen people.
See him, how you see him or hear him on level 2 yards, that's rare. I'm just saying, I ain't never seen none of that, and I've been to level 2. That's where I was at, and it's like that's usually like some long term on them 4 yards and that's usually when that go down. He making shit up, bro.
I've seen it all kind of ways. I've seen.
Look. That's when he started making the story up right there. I see. You see his brain moving. Watch this. He think he's slick.
You've actually seen rapes happen in prison.
Yeah, you see him, you hear him. I've seen people. I've seen it all kind of ways. I've seen somebody come in 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You hear, hey, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yet, somebody that got, he overpowered the dude. I done seen the dude come out the next day.
What did he say? Somebody come in 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you talking about? The guards? Inmates don't got the movement like that, unless it's like, what is he like? That was I didn't even understand nothing he just said. I gotta rewind it because I might be slow.
Somebody that got, he overpowered the dude.
What?
I done seen the dude come. Somebody that got, you hear, hey, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yet, somebody that got, he overpowered the dude.
Overpowered.
I done seen the dude come out the next day.
But I want to go. I just didn't understand it.
That you've actually seen rapes happen in prison.
Yeah, you see him, you hear him. I've seen people. I've seen it all kind of ways. I've seen somebody come in 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You hear, hey, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yet, somebody that got, he overpowered the dude. I done seen the dude come out the next day and hit the yard and grab something and get a hold of something and come back and try to kill the dude. We respect that man because this dude 250, he lifting 500 pounds. You fresh in jail, you're 138 pounds. He did something to you that you couldn't control, but you did something about it. I've also seen dudes go in there, tough, and after about a week, the first couple of days, right, they hold the belt loop. Next thing you know, they got Kool-Aid on their lips. Next thing you know, they got marker on their fingernails. Next thing you know, they tying their shirt up and they switching. I've also seen the gangsters.
He's seen everything on a level 2 yard. But I don't even think it was a whole 3 years of his bid because he was in camps and other things. He's seen all this stuff. Man, I ain't seen none of this in my 3 years in my 3-year bid in Cali on level 1 and 2s.
Go to war over a gay dude on the yard. I've seen it. Right? But yet the selective politics that they tell a guy you can't do this and you can't do that. It's a violation. But yet you in here messing with men. That's a violation. You doing heroin, that's a violation. So the whole thing is a big old contradictory. You know what I mean? Of what it's supposed to be. That's why I tell the children, go to the police academy, go to the military, go to
He realized that after he got out on his first bid, he realized that. He knew he didn't want no parts of that no more. It's evident.
Trade school, go anywhere else, to McDonald's, Jack in the Box. Do not participate in the gang life, in the gang activity, right? Because at the end of the day, everything is a contradictory and selective politicking, and it's based on who's in control and who has to say so. And you end up following the guy that got a 4th grade education, right? That's violating 5 of the rules, but because he is who he is, they'll overlook him and they'll kill you for one.
It sounds like Clubhouse. They following your ass. You got a 4th grade education.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember I interviewed this guy, Johnny Mitchell. He was like a big weed trafficker. You know, he went to prison. And he was saying how when he was locked up in his particular prison, inmates would say that if you stop being gay for 6 months before you're released, you could consider yourself not gay.
There's this saying, the saying in where I was at, 6 months to the gate. If you quit doing gay shit 6 months before you get out, not technically gay.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It was the funniest shit.
As long as you stop being gay for 6 months, you're technically not
My
gay.
light never flicker like that. That's an LED light plugged into a USB. That's one of them. Something going on, man. Machiavelli is here. Maybe my homie Papa, you know what I mean? Park Slope is in the building. Maybe Maji is in the building. This is weird, but I feel the spirit. He said that's a gay white.
According to this rule book. Okay.
God's looking
That shit
down
ain't
like,
funny.
oh no, he's good.
No.
Yeah, the wife laugh found it so funny. You're right. They find different shit funny, man.
There's no ungaying. And there's no I was receiving. There's no I got oral sex. No. Giving or receiving.
No, I mean, I agree with you. Gay is gay.
There's no way of ungaying. So once you enter the
Bad voice is squeaky as hell. Yeah, I mean, he gay, yeah.
realm of being gay, right? You are gay, and gay is any activity involving
Thank you, sir, for explaining to us what's gay.
contact, sexual contact with another man.
Yeah.
On our side of it, you're gay. I don't think
I
you're
get
giving,
it.
you're receiving, you're tongue kissing. There's no I'm curious. There's no none of that. Straight up. That's just real talk. You know, you reach.
Vlad laughed so hard because he liked that talk, man. He loved it. So notice how he spoke on all this, the extra activities that usually go on the 4-yard with people that's lifers and people that doing hella time. He explained it like, you know, he know what he was talking about. Guaranteed he don't. He wasn't in the place where you know that, and he didn't do enough time to them. So that's just examples. Got to keep it going. Now I like this little parody though. These dudes it's funny as hell.
Wack grew up in the NS Project. That acronym, it stood for a neighborhood so tough they nicknamed it after Vietnam. It was a hard life and a hard walk. In a place where surviving was the daily homework assignment, joining a gang wasn't a reckless choice. It was survival sophistication. The older friends, fresh out of the penitentiary, would bring their hard-earned lessons back to the streets, making the local gang even stronger. So, how do you join this survival club? You get jumped in. Wack was initiated in 1989 at the surprisingly young age of 12 years old.
Because when you get jumped in at that time, this is something you embrace.
There's an AI piece, and when I just keep this in mind, when I type in anything about anybody, it's only going to pull up what that person said about themselves. So this is obviously AI. I didn't see it yet, but I seen the parody. I just was interested in it. But just know that everything, all the information they got is from Wack speaking about himself, because there's nobody really talking about him because he has no history. There's no significant stories about him in the past or nothing like that.
you love it. It's like you looking forward to it. Like the pain of it lets you know that you finally made it.
As Wack saw it, it's like getting that first huge bonus check. In your mind, you go, I made it. Except instead of cash, you get a concussion. But for Wack, that was all he knew. And being a part of that movement was his entire world. Wack started getting arrested right when he got jumped in. His whole criminal record, violence. And his very first case, caught at age 12, was arguably his craziest. Assault with a deadly weapon. The weapon in question, a pellet gun, a non-firearm. Now this wasn't some epic shootout. Wack and his friends were in the backyard shooting cans with a daisy pump pellet.
Damn. Oh no, nah, they got the facts. This sounds like it's about to get ugly.
Gun. But when a neighborhood kid got hit by a stray pellet, his father confronted Wack and his mom, and things quickly went left. I covered the absolutely insane story of Little Wack and his pellet gun in another video. Check the description to watch that video
Wack
next.
He said Lil Wack with the pellet gun. Pop, pop, pop. So shot him in the face. All my crimes was violent.
This insane story would make Wack decide to go on the run for the very first time. He even got his first job in the drug game, though he was quickly fired by his own brother, which was a...
Damn. Early in the drug game, me and my brothers, we worked together. Only time we wasn't working together, we wasn't in the same fucking state, man.
Minor setback. The violence escalated, racking up attempted murders and firearm possession charges. Eventually, he landed in Fred C. Nellis. He notes darkly that it was sometimes worse than actual penitentiaries. But the system reached its breaking point when Wack was 16. Just 90 days after being paroled from Nellis, he caught a massive shooting charge, 2 counts of discharging a firearm in city limits, firing into a vehicle, and firing into a dwelling. He had, in his own words, reclipped and fired the house up.
That's all Kizzy
was caught and charged as an adult. Now, normally, minors were sent to the youth authority until they turned 18. But when Sacramento
am I
reviewed
tripping? I don't know. Let's keep going.
Wack's file, they sent a special note back to the judge. The verdict, due to his level of manipulation and sophistication, they denied him entry to all...
That's what he said. That's all Kizzy, man. Come on now.
Juvenile facilities in the entire state of California. He was, officially, too sophisticated to be a juvenile delinquent. Wack was staring at 17 years in prison, but the judge offered a deal. Sign over your rights to the youth authority, and she'll reduce the sentence.
So she went from 17 to 7. Oh, man, hurry up. I want to go up there with the homies anyway.
And with a quick signature, he swapped.
He was like, hell yeah, nigga. I want to go up there with the homies anyway. Because you're going to the 4-yard, nigga, with the homies.
10 years of freedom for a one-way bus ticket to state penitentiary. At 16, Wack bypassed the youth authority and was sent straight to the state penitentiary.
Whoa.
Surrounded by lifers and older convicts, he did what he had to do, bang his neighborhood. A fight was inevitable, but an older OG named Big Fish intervened, acknowledging Wack had done what many older inmates were afraid to do, which was claim his set. Big Fish then laid down the ultimate threat. Anyone who fought Wack head up and lost would be exposed to the yard for being beat by a minor. Crisis averted, Wack was placed in a cell with an OG named Baby Wayne. Baby Wayne was a knockout artist, and this is where Wack's penitentiary training started.
And when you were a young Paru in the cell with a G homie, you're going to fight at least 3-4 times a week just because. So, you know, he kind of got me stronger with my push-up game, my physical game, and he made me squabbling.
I want to know where he at. He probably going to say he dead or something, but he
him every day.
This relentless regime forged him. After this, he went to his next prison, where he earned the notorious name C.K. Wack. He eventually served close to 6 years in total. Wack was paroled in 1999, a 19-year-old man with a general education diploma, but an insurmountable record of violence and felonies. Getting a legitimate job seemed impossible, but he had a 5-year-old son waiting for him. This was the real turning point.
I used to tell myself every day in prison, you a bitch ass nigga, you're not there for your kid. Because listen, I blame my father for not being there for me, right?
Yeah.
And crack was what it was. But now the gang culture, the gang violence, the streets, right, have me in prison. I'm not there for my son. So I was my father, and that's what scared me.
Wack decided he had to break the cycle. The opportunity arrived when his son's mother told him about her cousin's husband, a truck driver who earned nearly $1,000 a day. The cost of truck driving school was $5,000. Wack naturally briefly thought about doing something illegal to get the cash, but he stopped himself. Instead, he focused the manipulation and sophistication that got him banned from juvenile facilities onto something productive. He had a lawyer send him one key item, the commercial truck driving book. For his
Mind you, that's his own words. He said the judge said when he was 16, the manipulation and sophistication. And he got the whole hunter side getting manipulated. And he told y'all what he doing to you.
last 10 months in prison, Wack did nothing but study and memorize that book. He knew everything about a semi-truck. Even though he had never driven one in his life, he had the escape route mapped out. Take a look at what it would take for the average person in 2025 to follow this path. Imagine this. You're stuck in a dead-end job, scrolling late at night, wondering if there's a better way to earn real money. In top states, taking home as requirements. You must be at least 18 years old to drive in state. New drivers in 2025 for even tougher safety.
What are they talking about?
The and translating attention. People might call Wack many things, but his business mindset is anything but reckless. Laid out a blueprint to make real money in 2020.
Okay, so that was a cool little situation. We already debunked most of the stuff he said, though. A lot of it is false, a whole lot of it. But that's cool. You know, he got a little parody going on. That's funny as hell.
Has spent years calling other rappers snitches. He's accused 21 Savage, Gunna, BG, and countless others of working with law enforcement. Every time someone gets arrested or takes a plea, Wack's the first one online, talking loud and pointing fingers, but now everything's flipped. A leaked wiretap, allegedly.
Notice that last video, every other parody or any type of video, they always got several people speaking on the history and giving stories and confirming things. You don't got nobody confirming shit. It's all Wack story. And you got the OGs and the other Gs and the homies saying, no, this is what happened. And here go the paperwork, here go the documents, everything right here.
Released by 21 Savage just put Wack in the hot seat. And what people heard was enough to raise serious questions. Then came the real shocker. A quick flash of what looked like a police badge in Wack's wallet. Add that to a federal gun case that mysteriously disappeared, and now the rumors are louder than ever.
I don't like these AI pieces, though. They all right, but I'm on some other shit right now. Yeah. No Cap Network. Clean like I fuck with the No Cap Network, man. Salute to the homies. We got a few more.
He watched it, now the paperwork's filthy. In Beaumont, Texas, 2006, you were guilty. Convicted felon with 3 heaters in the in his clothes. See you on the gram, night texting them folks. He ducked and dived.
Attention to myself as adversary to him when I'll be put on a list.
This is an OG of, I think, of Wack 100, but let me bring it back, though.
Told you don't say my name when I'm talking.
I was just saying, one of the things I realized when I got out is that the culture itself was hijacked by industrialism. So now you got people, man, calling up and making fake web pages and being all that they can be on social media.
But do you think your boy got a lot to do with that?
Nobody from Pacoima I heard say anything good about this dude. That's crazy.
That ain't our boy.
Well, you know.
You said that ain't your boy?
Exactly.
That is not our boy.
And I don't know if he has a lot to do with it, but I know that he's benefited from it. Because I don't know who started it. It was going on when I got home.
Yeah.
People was talking on, you know, I did one of these shows a long time ago with Doc Hicks. And that's one of the things I was telling the brother is that there's the feds on this thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I say, man, if you saying that the brother is the feds, then why would I want to, publicly bring attention to myself as adversary to him when I'll be put on a list?
So that's why he's saying nobody from Pacoima rocking him right now, because the word is he's a Fed. Man, same reason why him and Big U fell out, because Big U found out or suspected he was a Fed. It's a damn same situation.
There's nothing smart about that, in no type of way. And so when I saw it being carried out and being, on social media, I knew that it had to all be an act. Nobody could be that serious. And you know when it's not an act is when people come knocking at your door like Big U. You see what I'm saying? That's when you know it didn't got real. Right. But it's always, been real. It's just that a lot of people on social media has taken this stuff as an act.
This sounds like a, well-minded, respectable OG from Pacoima who know how to talk. And look at what he got to say about this guy, man.
And it's not, man. It's a culture, man. It's people, it's ancestors right now that's walking with us, man, that didn't actually sacrifice blood, sweat, and tears. Not only that, there are people who have done so much wrong that
Hold on. Pause real quick. If you watching this right now and you ain't hit that like button yet, what are you doing, bro?
Facts. Go to No Cap Network, man. Like and subscribe for sure. They coming with that content. I should have let it rock. Well, I'm just a fucking mess.
So you gotta respect that, bro. If you can't respect that, then you have no business representing it.
Yeah.
And then I had a question. So it's so hard for me to call you Lil Evil. Lil Evil.
I am who I am.
I know, but I always call you your name.
Yeah.
So do you think that this guy who put this content out, that he could have maybe had a problem with you? Because they're alleging that it's somebody that possibly Wack promised a record deal and didn't fall through. So you think he could be doing it because of you?
See, that to me, I don't know. Like I said, I that's a lot of energy to put into that, thinking like that. The only thing I know is it's not me. And I know that it is, it's obviously, something clandestine or nefarious, because he started off with a lie. Anybody who comes in
OG, using big words. OG smart. I can't even say it. Man, I like that though. I want to hear it again. I'm sorry. OG said
thinking like that. The only thing I know is it's not me. And I know that it is, it's obviously, something clandestine or nefarious, because
clandestine, nefarious. I want to remember those words. Download them words in my brain. Clandestine, nefarious.
He started off with a lie. Anybody who comes in representation of somebody else, instead of himself, cannot be trusted. I don't care who you are. If you can't stand as you are,
that's a fact, and
represent what you have to say as you are, then there's nothing that I trust about you.
See, he got into that music industry and he was popping it to Game and them people. Yeah, I'm Big Blood, Pop, Power Root, Pacoima, yeah, for sure. And then now that all the history is coming out and shit is falling like cars, homie.
You might be from the devil himself. You might be, I don't know.
No, that's a fact.
Hey, so you saying you really had no communication with this guy whatsoever since you've been home? Other than the whole internet, him spreading.
Oh, who you talking about? Wack?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've spoken to him a couple of times.
Oh, you have.
You didn't listen to that content?
No.
Yeah, I've spoken to him a couple of times.
Tell me that, but I'm talking about like after that, like since then, no.
No. I think the last time we spoke was at the homie Mad Mike funeral.
Oh, okay, but wasn't no issue.
No, it wasn't no. That was my family. I wasn't gonna do nothing.
It was issues with us.
It was issues.
It was issues. Yeah.
It was issues, but my family had to. They got at us and was like, "Look, man, this is family here."
Yeah,
because Wack gave him a little money.
Have to stop from fighting Wack.
Yeah.
In my short time dealing with Loose Cannon, he was calling me every day and all that. There was always these little contests. Yeah, bring your artists, pay this type of money. You might be in a reality show. You're gonna get your song, this and that. These dudes be scamming. It's a whole lot of scams going on the under. So they be promising people all kind of shit, man.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an issue.
At the funeral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, he was with my relative Kim at the time, and and it wasn't nowhere in the world I was gonna let that happen.
Her blood cousin.
Oh, so Kim really from over there?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I went to the boys club with Kim. She marched in the Pacoima parade. She from Pacoima too. I went to high school with her.
Oh, okay. I mean, he always said that's his high school sweetheart.
If you can't trust nothing, you OG that know how to talk, that's from the community, and people are presenting them and shit like that, and he's speaking on something, and he's not coming crazy and foul, and because you got these wild OGs out here too that talk crazy and talking like a gentleman, but still explaining stuff. I'm sorry, man. Something got to be to it. There's too many of them that's saying the same story.
This is another thing, Rockstar, when he was doing that content and he was like, I'm in the hood right now. Now, if you from our neighborhood, like me, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm on the west. Hey, I'm at the park. I'm at the lot. You're not just gonna say you in the turf. We gonna specifically say where we are. So that kind of alerted me too that he not really over there.
Yeah, whoever it is.
Whoever it is.
But whoever it is got information, and you can't negate that.
But
I listened to him and I was like, wherever he got that information, somebody close fed him that.
That could be somebody little brother, somebody relative that be around when homies be talking, and then he repeated it.
Oh, for example, how do we know my name? How do we know my little brother's name? How do we know to say baby or big or
right? He didn't say tiny evil.
Yeah,
he said baby.
Exactly.
He taught the world all this stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know, Rockstar, but even now, remember when I told you, if you hear little evil talk, you would almost think you talking to Martin Luther King. That nigga on
I'm Malcolm.
Malcolm.
I was Malcolm. I was Martin, man.
That's what Wack don't like. He's like the feds. He want to take down any black powerful leader.
More Malcolm than Martin.
Hey, let me talk to y'all real quick before we keep going. After this video is done, do not sleep on the other videos on this channel. We got nothing but heat over here on No.
Definitely do.
Ever since you been home. Other than the whole internet, him spreading.
Oh, what you talking about, Wack?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've spoken to him a couple of times.
Oh, you have.
You didn't listen to that content?
No.
Yeah, I've spoken to him a couple of times.
Told me that, but I'm talking about like after that, like since then, no.
No. I think the last time we spoke was at the homie Mad Mike funeral.
Oh, okay, but wasn't no issue.
So we heard this.
No, it wasn't.
So they repeating it. All right. Wack has no history, and that's the theme of this shit. Y'all gonna find out. We about to.
Friends pack, rolled it up. Y'all out of here. Where we going? I swear, we lasted 8 or 9 days on that motherfucking yard, bro. They got us the fuck up out of there.
He capping that yard. You wasn't on nan yard. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to continue this. I just remember something. I've been pushing it. What is it? Almost 3 hours. Love y'all. Tap in, like, share, subscribe. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody. You know what it is. Your boy Bush. I deliver it once again. Fully with the content. And it was great. And the chat made it great. So salute to y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Your boy Bush, man. Another episode of Bush Talk. Epic reactions. Live reactions. We out. Peace.
Laying on the rug. I got new clothes. Playing in the mud. In the mud.